Happy Hoarder here, and I'm waiting on people to join me. I know I just went live a minute ago. I'm still trying to get things together, like it always is. So I am live in my studio today, and I am working on Santas, and I hope you get to join me or stick with me because I think you'll get a lot of good ideas for things you can do with Santas that you could find at I don't know, any store. I would say look in thrift stores before I buy one from a regular store, but we're working on the porcelain doll head Santas. You know, I like the porcelain. You can work on plastic somewhere in here. I've got a plastic one I can show you. I think it's in here. I piled them up all right here. So I'm hoping this is a good chance for you to learn how to do some fun stuff like that. And it's pretty easy. I'm doing things a little differently than I normally do. Hang on, I'm trying to get out of this because I don't want to look at myself right now in full screen on that one. I want to be able to see. It's going to be a day all day. I don't know why it won't go back to my live stream. Okay, I'm not kind of wondering, did I just do something weird? I don't know, but let me look because okay, I see that on my end. I just can't see it on my phone. Also check out my drag time because it looks like I'm dragging too. See my chat's coming up, live chat. I think we've got it going and no one's up yet. I know Glenda's not awake yet. But I want to get started because I do have a lot to do anyway. And this is my time in my studio. Nabbit, I'm going to get to work. So if you saw on my thumbnail, I'm working on a Santa that is, let me get to another screen real quick. Hang on. Where I took him apart and I have taken acetone and cleaned off his face. These are painted. They're not like, and I just touched that hair and now it's in my mouth. These are not glazed. They're painted with like whatever acrylic paints or something like that. So they do come off very easy. So you can clean them right down to this. Then I use Liquitex, which I don't even know where I put it up. So I use a Liquitex to put on this. It's a clear. It gives it a little bit of a tooth, and it says on the directions to wait 24 hours before you use it. So the one I wanted to work on, we're not going to work on today because I think I need to honor that 24-hour rule because I had done that portrait where I had painted over it with Liquitex first so that it would take the charcoal and all that. And then I waited maybe a couple hours, let it dry and cure, or not long enough because it chipped off in a couple of places. And so that was a monster to work with. So we're going to let that one dry. However, I usually do this when I do my porcelain dolls, except I'll just paint right over their glaze. They're actually not, they have like cheek stuff. You can sand that off if you want to. Probably get that off even with I'm trying to find a head. Come on, heads. Everybody's painted. I need an unpainted head. Here's one. Here's one with a stick over here. Let me grab this one. So like on a typical porcelain doll, you've got the lips which you could sand off, and then I have never tried though to get that off, or the eyebrows off, with acetone. So maybe I will, but I think the cheeks would come off with acetone. Usually not a big problem because I paint over them completely in white anyway because they just look alike. And then the Liquitex gives them a little bit more tooth so that the charcoal will stick to it. So if anybody's, okay. So yes, he's got to wait. I'm like, great, that's just wonderful. Why didn't I read the directions before? But I didn't. So that's what you get. This beard, I think, came off of him. It could have come off another one. So this material right here is a Tibetan lamb hair, and this one is really smooth. I mean, it doesn't have like a lot of curl or any in it, but just like any hair, you can take this and you can curl it just by, like a lot of people are taking the metal, what are they, like pieces? I don't know what all they're using. I think they're using wooden ones actually. My gosh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Hang on. They use the chopsticks and stuff, or dowels, I guess, and then you can use your flat iron and curl it. I'm sure it would work the same way. One Santa I'm just dying to work on. I've had him for a while, and I mentioned him in another video, and that is this one who has this cute little face, but whoever made him, they got a little crazy with the glue, and you see where the paint is? His mustache was pretty much all over that part of his nose, and it was just eyeballs sticking up. It was really bad. And I was trying to get some of his hair off, And every time you pull on him, you know, but his hat won't come off. I mean, he is like glued on good. So he's basically a little cast, he cast maybe in a paper, I don't know, maybe just paper clay. He's kind of coming apart a little bit. I don't know. He's a little bit chalky. But I did pick up some face colors to start him with, and I can get going on that. Another thing that I got was my Santa here that I bought this way. I bought him at Rolling Hills Ministries thrift store, and he was chipped already, and I'm going to patch him with some wood patch. And he's made out of plaster, but I think he's signed and everything. I don't know if he was cast. He's actually sitting on wood right there. There's some like plaster right here on him. So I don't know what's going on, what his story was. He must have been carved and then cast in plaster, but they put him on a wood slice. He's really sweet, but he got chipped. And what I'm going to be using, I have two products. I've got spackle, and I have somewhere I put my wood filler, and hopefully it'll show up. So there's that. Well, I'm hoping I get some people to join me today. Y'all, I'm doing the best I can here. You know what I'm saying? I really am. I put hours into this, but these are things that I do anyway, and it's just something I'm going to do, you know, sitting here. And so I may as well do it in front of the camera. Because what else you going to do? So, yeah, just a weird day. Just going to be a weird day all day. Well, let me see. What do I want to start with? I do have some other Santas down here, and I really hate to pull everybody out, but I think it'd probably be better to get based on him. Let me see what I have in this bag. So I had all my Santas are like in bags with other stuff because I've kind of messed with them over the years. Oh, it's porcelain. All right, so here's another little bitty porcelain head that I bought because I kind of like. Oh, funny. Oh my gosh. Somebody's left me a message. I didn't turn my phone on. Do not disturb. I just realized. So this one, his head is coming off. He is very cheap. Now, I will just tell you, this is kind of what you're going to want to do anyway. So he does have a good beard. And I just start taking them apart and just try to be careful, you know, as you're pulling. You're going to have glue everywhere. And the best thing to do is to pull, get some scissors handy or whatever. Don't do anything like try to heat up the glue because you will never, it'll just be worse. It all pulls right off. So this is going to kind of give you a good example of something I do. If I can get his nose off. Come on. Yeah, so he cleaned up pretty well. Most of the glue did come off of the face. And if it doesn't, I have a couple of tools that I use. One is not handy, and the other one's probably not handy because I think I took them. Oh, here's one. This is just a nut pick that goes with like pecans and walnuts and things like that. So I kind of pop that glue off with that. And a lot of times it does leave metal on the face. So, wait, where is it? Over there. So I scrape that off the best I can. I'm not really worried about the beard because the beard's going to have a new beard glued on because that beard's looking pretty bad. And just kind of get that glue off. And I also have some dental tools that I use that are probably in the other room because I was out in the barn working. So yeah, so there's that. And I can tell when you start working on them, you can kind of start, like if you go take this and get the acetone and clean that face off, what's going to happen if you have any glue left, it kind of resists that area, so you'll know you guys do some more scraping, which is why it's in the barn instead of here in my studio because I had gone in there to do that. So this guy, yeah, he should clean up exactly like this one right here. So they should look alike. Oh, so for anybody who watches this from the beginning, I just want you to know I'm way ahead of y'all on those trucks, by the way. I've had this thing for so many years, yet I've never glued him together. He's kind of been hanging out in my studio. But I'm not going to do it that way. I got to figure out something different. I've had this old truck for a long time. Isn't he the cutest? Look how precious this truck is. And who made this truck? Hang on a second. Oh, no, going to need yeah. I can't read it. Tools. So I try to keep all my tools like here and where they're in my reach under my table. I have a shelf and everything up there, except I knocked the tool container over that had my magnifying glass. It's not Hot Wheels or anybody. It's M. It starts with the M, but it's not Matchbox. Hang on, it's that weird word. M-A, oh, what is this word? M-A-I-S-L-O something? You know what I mean? It's a different brand. But check it out with all those little chips. I love it. And then, of course, this is just one of those little Christmas trees that you buy. And this has been in my studio for so many years. And I'm like, I can't believe these are popular. But I had to find it because it was in with a bunch of other stuff. You should see that wall. You can't find anything on that wall. It's all decorations and stuff. So I think I can just glue this in like that. That's why I kept it on this little piece so that I could actually glue that in. But you know, in a way, I really don't want to glue. I didn't want to be permanent. So I may just put a magnet. I may take this off and use a magnet to kind of put a magnet in it. You know, it would magnetize to that, just to glue a magnet on somehow and make it do that. We'll see. This is a little project. Just a little project I need to do. And you can make an ornament or whatever. I'm just going to use it on a tiered tray. Okay. Yeah, getting back to the Santa at hand. The Santa. Wow, what is going on? I mean, nobody today. Nobody's going to come see. Did I do something wrong? I posted it, right? Is it? Oh my goodness. Hang on. I didn't put this private. No way would I have done that. Hang on. I might just be that unpopular. Yeah, let me go back into my other thing. I don't think I did this as private. So give me a minute to play on my computer. It says live, join me. I guess I can click on it. It says 2 people watching. So if you're someone else, me watching, never mind. It's still me and me. And I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let me do that though. Let me hit a thumb.
It has a 140-degree field of view and color night vision. The new wireless outdoor security camera from Simply Safe.
Let me see. Edit video. So what I have to do? Can I? We'll see. Customization. It's public. Yeah. Okay. So no, I didn't screw that up. I'm just that unpopular right now. I guess I'm just not doing good. Okay. Well, it is what it is. I still need this footage. So that's okay. Anyway, so I'm pulling the beard off, ripping it off because that's a hot mess. Comb handy, which is another thing. I think in my tools of getting organized, I've lost so many things. So they made like this separate mustache for him. Yeah, he's not too good. He's pretty dry. But once they get dry, actually this one's not in that bad of shape. I don't like off-white. I like white. Let me see. This one should be natural. I think this one's natural as well. It's just not as dark. Do y'all see the difference between those two, the colors? I'm trying to get the color change there. So that's pretty good right there. Is that good lighting? Yeah, so you can see the difference between natural and this is a white one, but I still think this one's natural, or it's just yellowed a little bit. This white, but hey, sorry guys, hang on a second. We got this. Oh my goodness, there's my eyelashes. I saw eyelashes on the floor. Not mine, but you know, doll eyelashes. They missed the drawer. I was putting them in the drawer and I missed. And the light's hitting them, so I can find them. Anyway, so I have this big, nice container. Hey, Annie, thank you for joining me so much, because I was like, I'm by myself today. But I am getting a lot of work done. So I hope you will join me. I really want you to do one of these. I'm serious. I need a brain break. Then this will give it to you. Next time you're out thrifting or something and you come across a Santa with a porcelain head, you grab it, girl, because I know you can do this. I know you will love this. So this is white. I'm just talking about beards. So these are my, this one came off of a doll that I just ripped it off of. This is a new one. And so that's what I'm thinking. This one is white and this one's called natural, which was not colored at all or bleached out or anything. But I do like the white one. Sometimes the neutrals look good with whatever they're kind of wearing. But yeah, I appreciate that. Girl, I have had a dungeon. We'll talk about what's all's been going on in my life lately between... Yeah, most of it of which is YT, YT related. I'll just keep it at that. So those beard options, I buy my Tibetan lamb hair from, what you got? Oh, Vintage Santas. Yeah, these are older ones. I think they still make them, but I would never buy one in a real store. I'd stick to the cheapies at thrift stores because they always show up at thrift stores. And I said earlier, you can do plastic. I have done a plastic one. It turned out a couple of plastic. I think about it. So this is what's weird. I did these years ago and I never really picked it back up. And I don't have any pictures because I wasn't using an iPhone or anything to take pictures with then. I was like a regular camera. I don't know what happened to those pictures. Or if I guess I didn't take them. So getting back to this weird Santa. This Santa is called a tree topper. If you're familiar, it's got the cone, which are junk. And this, of course, it's cracked. Oh, by the way, I paid 55 cents for the Santa. And no, here's his head. I've already ripped off. There he is. So I was taking him apart because one of the things I've done with a cone Santa, because they got no legs, and this one's so sad. His buttons are missing. This one's such a 55-cent one. He is worth every penny. And like his buttons are just popping right off. He is a hot mess. But all this, I don't think I want this kind of closure. It's really out of proportion, but I bet that'd look good on another one. So I'm going to hang on to it. And I'll figure out something else to do with his little coat and this more in proportion to what he does. So, yeah, you working hard today, Annie? Is that what you're taking a brain break from your job? So, I don't know where my friend Edwin is. He must be busy today. So this one does have porcelain hands, but what I do is make some kind of a glove or mittens, you know what I mean? I make mittens for them. I just really like them better with their hands covered. Yeah, 55 cents. Rolling Hills. Cray cray. Really? Oh, you know what? After Christmas. It was actually after Christmas they stuck this one out and went, oh yeah, you're coming home with me. 55 cents? You cannot buy any of this stuff for 55 cents. I don't think you could have bought this guy, but look how cute he is. I think he's pretty. I don't think I'm going to put him back with the Santa. I will do trade. I'll figure out something to do with him. He's so cute. And then, let's see, just finished a grant. Oh, to do the end of the week. Oh, yay. That's a job. Girl, that is a hard job. But I guess what you get, I think it's like one of those things, once you're used to writing, I mean, you know what to do. You just do it. You just have to do it. And then you have to do a lot of research on that too, don't you? Like to get all your information. I actually tried to help write a grant for our theater. And it was hard. Guys, you know, like some research on and how to. It's just it's hard. I went to a grant writing class even. I mean, there was like a course somebody was teaching. It wasn't like an official, but it was like if you're writing grants, you know, for your whatever needs you have. It was like that kind. Yeah, and okay, so there he is in his sad little coat, but I'm going to rip this thing off as well. Oh, wait, I didn't loosen his hand. So I had to loosen around the hands because it's all glued down on here. Oh, my goodness. And glued. So much glue. So sometimes they use hot glue. Sometimes they do use some kind of I don't know, like I don't want to say E6000 type, but they put a lot on there, and you can tell it's kind of gummy feeling. There's like a weird glue. And when that happens, I just try to tuck something in or do whatever to kind of keep that from being exposed. Because it is gummy, and it attracts dust and lint. I like it. All right, so now, got me a coat. And you're like, oh, but it's like one piece. You can take it apart. It's just glued together. It's all glued. So see, this is just glued. In fact, this is a great opportunity to actually change that out. If you don't like this green right here, that's a good chance to change it out. Say you just want him to be white and gold and just have a gold insert. That would be a good chance to put some lame in there or satin or anything, you know. Also, I don't necessarily like them with a loose coat. Well, I mean, a loose tunic. This was the tunic. I would rather they be belted, but if you don't want to go through all that trouble, you can always do something to make it look like it's belted just on the inside. I know I'm like, it's a puppet. Oh my gosh, let me see what's going on. They've glued this is where it gets scary. Yeah, you can fall. I don't care. This is where it gets scary. I don't know if I can get this off without doing, something's going to get damaged. It's on good. I don't know if this is, like I said, feels a little bit like not hot glue, but I can hit it with the hairdryer and try to get that off. But right now, I'm not gonna worry about it. So hang on, but there's more. So what I have done in the past, and it came out really cute, and I sold it on eBay. It was adorable. I took a Santa and a really nice candle. It was not that nice. It was a wooden one, but you know, so you can paint it whatever you wanted. But it had a really nice base on it, like big. And I just grabbed this one out of my I got to do something with pile, because this one is chrome, and chrome is rusted under it. And I know we got to figure out what to do. I think I could spray paint it. I may just do that. This is kind of one of my projects. Now this one's a little bit tall, but to find one and replace this, instead, if you don't want to give him legs, you don't want to do it through all that trouble. you could just do this and put him, I cannot turn this anymore. Why are you doing this? Here. Yeah, do something like this. This a little bit shorter though, maybe. But you could get one in the right proportions for him. That looks good, so ta-da. So there's that, and just an idea. So that's how easy it is to rip them apart. And then I was looking around my studio to see what I had handy that you would add to your Santas. And I don't have anything because I was trying to get organized. I literally was. And yeah. And so I took a lot of stuff out of my studio and put it where it belongs. Well, there's a nice wood cutout. So I have this weird basket of stuff over here that I haven't really sorted through. And I did notice a tree, and I thought I was onto something. Maybe there's some Christmas stuff in here. And it's a pretty big basket, so we'll see. Yep. Not. Okay, so I have this. Now, this is one of the things that I grab, and the cute's got pistachios on it. But I would, but if you're got a way to use it where it's a Santa bag and maybe the pistachios wouldn't show, but in a way that's kind of cute as well, because it's just cute if you wanted that to show. But finding bags like this, especially this, well, hey Jay. So finding little bags, we're talking dolls here, and I ripped apart a Santa a minute ago, and he's just a little porcelain Santa. He's just creepy little head, yeah. So what I had done, there's a Santa that's in my thumbnail, and so what I did is I used acetone to pull the paint off his face. It cleaned his face up, and then I put Liquitex on it, and Liquitex directions said to wait for 24 hours for it to cure. And I didn't do that. I'm not going to be able to work on it yet. Isn't that the cutest little bag? I know, the Hoard. Oh, Annie, the Hoard. This is the kind of stuff I just can't let go of. It came like in a goodie bag from Rolling Hills. I didn't even get to enjoy the pistachios, but I still kept it. Yeah, so I think that'd be really wonderful. I mean, I may flip it over and like have him dragging it or something full of stuff that looks like toys spilling out, just to give you some ideas of what you can do. I love this thing. I gotta fix that one day. So I'm kind of looking around. You can do a Santa that's, sort of a garden theme, which I really don't do that on my own. If somebody wanted me to do one, I probably would. So I love this tree that I found. It's an ornament, and I'm dying to put this with a Santa, but I want a really neutral Santa, and I have nothing. All of my Santas that I have bought, I have a box full of these. Guys, this is just some of them. So this is going to be busy couple of months. I want one to be really super neutral, and I love this tree for that. But these are things you need to look for to go with your Santas when you're out, like, looking. Because I dress up my Santas like they are a tree. I have like a Santa that has some things that are more expensive than what I paid for the Santa. If you added up all that stuff, I spent more on this stuff than I did. Oh, wait, or the shade. Isn't that the cutest? I know. Let me go back to that. Okay, yeah, so this is like a Christmas ornament, but it's broken in some places. Like, it's missing things. And I was like, how could I replace some of it? I know you can't really see them. Where are they missing? You know where they are? I took them off. Oh, so what I did fix this one, sort of. I broke off the ones that were wrong, but now I'm kind of looking at it going, no, I think I did pretty good. Yeah, so what happened is, like, it's missing this one that goes right. Like, one of these is missing. Where is it? Or just not made right. So anyway, I pulled some stuff off of it to kind of make it look more normal too. So maybe I did fix it. I forgot. I love that thing. You know what I need to make like a scene? Like, Barbie needs that. That's a Barbie thing. It's a big old Barbie thing. I love little ornaments that would be something like, now these light up. I love this thing. I brought this out in my studio because this is how, sadly, OCD, like I've got all the time in the world, because this little end was broken and I patched that with some wood filler. Do y'all see that little right there? Yeah, because I've got all the time in the world to do these things. But I thought it would look really cute with a Santa, so I did it for the Santas. Yeah, so that's how I do it. So this is out here because it's just a hot mess. I think it'd be pretty with more jewels and stuff on it. And then they kind of ended it right here, and that bugs me because I'm weird. I get bugged by those things. Oh, look, another fairy stand. Woo-hoo-hoo, dead fairies. Now I use that for ornaments. I think I recently bought that and threw it in this pile. Okay, come on, toys. I know I got some toys. Oh, yeah, I got all sorts of stuff in this bag. Yes, I have these tiny things. Now, this would be good for a little Santa, which I have. I actually have one, like, on the other side of my, right here. So I've been kind of pulling small things for him. And these came in a goodie bag. I mean, this bag of stuff. So I really haven't sorted it. But look at the tiny little pen. And these are so much fun to find and go, oh my gosh, I could do something with this. Well, look at him. He's pretty good proportion. That's a really small rolling pin for you, but pretend it's not. We just pretended. I love it. Oh, I know, right? I know, with the ballroom scene and that's like I have a bell. Oh, here's a little hat I made for a snowman. I think. Yeah, but I kind of messed up on my hat. I didn't know where it ended. It just did that. I don't know how to crochet, by the way. I made this up myself. No pattern, guys. Can you believe it? Yeah, we quit playing. Yeah, I have weird stuff in here. Not a whole lot of Santa stuff though. But those things were in there. One thing I did, I haven't mentioned before. I did do oyster shell Santa. So this is like the back of the oyster shell, and I paint the inside. Some people do the outside, not me. I do the inside because it looks so much prettier. Look how smooth and pretty that is. I know. So I did these for somebody. She wanted a whole bunch, and I did a whole bunch, and the glaze that I used yellowed, and I was freaking out. So I said, I can't do these for you this year. You got to play my Hoarder, girl. It's so much fun. But I just, even big ones, and this is where I was kind of like sand off some of the yellow spots, and he's been painted over, and yeah, but that yellow was showing through, so I sanded it. So what I did is it yellowed. I tried painting over it, and the yellow was shining through really bad right here. So I sanded that down. He looks so weird. Look at him. But that's how I did it. These are really easy to make. These are so easy. Should I do a DIY on this? I should do a DIY on this, shouldn't I? I'm gonna do that. So I have a whole bunch. Anyway, unfortunately, yeah, that happened. So I just told the lady, I said, I am just so picky. I did not like, and I'm talking yellow, like would be it's just yellow. I wanted pure white. So this guy right here is gonna have to go through the same procedure that the other ones did, where I'm gonna take the face off with acetone and treat it first. Like, I really wanted to work on these today. But I will show you the body. There's my candlestick. This is the body of the other one. And it looks kind of creepy. So many things about this one I don't like. He has got, I don't know what his body's made out of. Oh, it's plastic. You hear that? So I don't know if I want to do the plastic body, if I want to take his clothes off and give him a new body, because I'm not loving. I've done this where I've just taken him off a plastic body and used this for somebody else, for a different one. But he is on plastic, and it's not my fave. But kind of like I did, covered his boots, his little plastic boots. So that's one of my things. So I want to change this body out and give it, that's a lot of work. And this is glued to him. This is his original bear. It's pretty cute. I try to put a bear, a bear, a horn, a stocking, when I'm out shopping, I always look for these things, at the end of Christmas sales. Bear stocking, wooden soldier, if they're harder to find, but definitely a nutcracker. Nutcrackers are always easy to find, and the Dollar Tree has some really good ones. Well, hey, Melissa, recent things. Oh yeah. So you know what I'm saying? It kind of bugs. Well, hello, Erica. I like the green. Oh, thank you. Okay, I do love this outfit. By the way, I think this is so sweet. I think little bells for buttons is going to be adorable. Or I may have some vintagey looking buttons I could put on there that kind of go with that whole quilted look. So overall, I like his outfit. I will give him some gloves or something because I don't dig that. I got to clean out that old hair. But yeah, listen, he's got that plastic body and he's really lightweight. And you know what they say about things that are lightweight? Look, there's his head. They just feel cheap. They really do. So I'm kind of on the with that one. But he does have a really sweet little hat that matches. I mean, he's cute. He's really cute. So there's his hat. Sorry, dude. Another one. Kind of going back to stripping them down because I do need to do a lot more prep work than I thought if I gotta wait 24 hours. So I have had a price on this one. Oh man, no I don't. Okay. Oh, one thing I don't like about this guy too, let me go back to him because he has it as well. You know me and my sticks. I got a yard full of sticks. And if not, I can go dig them out from under the barn. My willow. This guy's stick is just gross. Oh, it just popped right off. I got hot on that glue. So his stick was made. So we got I even used diamond dust on it. Yeah, I love the diamond. I have diamond bright, and it got so old, y'all. It was like a little jar of it, and it got all old and hard and bad. And I still have the jar because I keep saying I need to see if they still make this because I really like using it. Yeah, I'm about out of it. I mean, it was almost gone anyway. All right, so that just pulled right off. So I can reuse this on a stick, like a real stick versus this stick, you know? I have a stick right here, but it's too short. It's kind of too short. Yeah, I want a longer one because that's like, nah. He would need a bigger stick. That's a good cane, kind of. Yeah. So this trash. Okay, no, I know I'm a hoarder. I don't know what I could do with this. I could do something. That is so bad. That is so bad looking. Okay, before I get your stuff all mixed in with someone else's. Where did I put your stuff? Oh, right there. Okay, yeah, so this thing, nah, that's just junk. I'm getting a real stick. It took more effort for someone to make this than it is just to go get a stick and have a stick. Ah, my trash can is around the corner. I was emptying it. Oh, we'll get back to this guy. So the one that was on the cone, I'm going to build him on another, not that candlestick. I think I have a wooden one that's pretty decent that will look good. And I kind of like, or do I? Because he's kind of sparkly. He look good on a brass one. I'm just saying. But you could build him on like a body. I could take a doll body. I could do all these things that I have, you know, but I don't think I want to. I think I just want to pull them apart. But I do want to show you this in case you want to get ahead of the game on one of these. You see one and you're like, oh yeah, that's the one I want to do. They have a wire kind of going through their body right here. And so in order for it to fit over, I've done a couple of things. I mean, just rip this off. Like, you can keep that wire on there. Why am I going through so much trouble? I could just rip it. Look at this, just crumbling, y'all. Look, it's snapping. So that's what happens to those. They're junky. You can also buy cones. You can buy styrofoam cones if you wanted to replace the cone and give that a nice base and make it look really neat. We don't like nasty sticks. Yeah, they just want it must be a fake stick because those other ones are so earthy and dirty. You're right. Yeah, I would hang on to the foam. And I would definitely hang on to that wire, of course, and just kind of keep all this intact. And that will actually, let me get my candlestick out again. Like I said, this was a little bit on the tall side for this guy. And then it can just sit over it like this. And I did one, I sold it on eBay. It was so sweet. He turned out so cute. And he was such a weird size, but when I put him, the cone was broken anyway. But when I found the right size, thrifted, of course, candlestick to put him on, but see, you can tell the proportions on that are so off. That thing is like, he would probably need one about this tall. You want to get your that's another thing. I like my proportions to be kind of, you know, on scale. But go ahead and hang on to your foam because it definitely helps with the top part of the body to give it some shape before it all comes down. And it's just going to drape. And I have another one. I gotta go find that one now. I just thought about one. I have to fix. All right, so this is my horror story. I did this one a long time ago. Well, first of all, his bag was glued to him when I took it off. Oh, it just messed up his coat so bad. I didn't like this Santa because you see how big he is? Look at his head. It's tiny. I'm like, why did they make this gigantic body? Look at, let me back him up. That head is not in the right proportion. But I have an extra head I wanted to replace with this, and then that would give me, and he's nice. He's actually heavy. This guy's seriously heavy. He's on a really cheap base, and it got water damage, so I got to figure that one out. I think what I'm going to do, honestly, is to take this one and glue it to another one and kind of paint around and fix it nice, because I want you to look at his boots. These are sculpted boots. Somebody made the boots, and they're so cute because they just look... they're handmade, you know, but his face, which was a porcelain face, was broken too. And I got him this way, you know, I bought him really cheap. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go and add paper clay. No, I'm sorry. This wasn't paper clay. This was a porcelain clay, air dry porcelain clay, and it just cracked all to pieces. In fact, give you an example. This is a face I put on another doll, and it just fell completely off, just perfectly popped off like a mask. Being the hoarder that I am, hung on to it because I can make a mask out of it, right? Yeah, so this guy, and all right, so yeah, how hard can it be? You can tell he's made pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead. He's glued to death though. Don't use hot glue, guys. Well, you're gonna have to now because it's already glued. Stitch whatever you can, especially on your like nice little things that you add to your Santas. Don't glue them on. Please don't glue them. Just put a little stitch in there. Pin them. Do you know one thing I do is I take, hang on, let me show you. Got some right here that are handy. Hold on. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I take corsage pins and I pin things to like my Gothic girls and my Santas. That way I can take them all off. And yeah. And that way the pins are big and obnoxious and you can find them. Versus, you know, like a straight pin. But yeah, this guy, so I'm looking at him, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to rip his head off, right? Because just one of those, they just popped right. Oh no, this one's not coming off. I actually added this part right here because he had no back of his head. He was just weird. This is a weird, his head is not coming off. And it says, it is a nice little porcelain head, but it is, y'all, there's so much glue. And then you got that to contend with. So it will not break off. That other porcelain that did stay and didn't stick is not coming off. I'm literally going to have to go and cut his head off, like saw it off. I don't know what they made it out of. So there's that. There's so much glue. Look at this. That is some crazy glue. The other thing I could do, and I'm probably going to do it, is I have paper mache. I've learned a lot since I made these years ago and I never used them. So I have paper mache, but see the texture it leaves, which is kind of cute. Some people like that, but then I don't even handy because it's in my house. If you saw my my shrunken head, he's smoother. He has a nice smoother texture. He's made out of the exact same stuff that this is over styrofoam, and this is like, you know, and he is really smooth because I came back over that with paper clay, just a thin coating of paper clay, did not crack, and it just smoothed out that skin. Yeah, this head is gross. This is just wrong. And so I could build him a whole new head on top of this because this is not coming off. Now I do need to take off what I did, I think, and let me show y'all, see if I can get it. I waited to show you to see if it worked. Look, I think it's just gonna pop right off. Yeah, it went. Did you see that? It's flying everywhere. Safety glasses. Wow, that is some serious stuff. I cannot believe I took my dental tool into my other room. Oh, there it goes. Look. So this was a porcelain clay. Now I'll tell you the story about the porcelain clay. Someone was selling this, and it sounded like amazing. Okay, and I said, "Oh yes, give me some." And so she sent me some, and it was not cheap, and it did that. And so, and I said, I tried it on just, don't put it on anything, obviously. But she had. I mean, she'd been like building it on stuff. So I don't know why. He's got so much glue. He just needs a whole new life. Okay, it's just going everywhere. Oh yeah, it's popping right off. That's pretty sad. But this guy doesn't have a pretty head. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about this head in a minute when I get through. Oh no, I forgot the name of the lady who does these. Never mind, maybe I won't tell you about this head. So there was this artist, and she did these heads and sells them, and they're under her name. And she did a lot of Santas as well. In fact, I had one of her originals, and I sold it. And you would, anyway, so then she started selling kits. And yeah, so his glue didn't even hold on. Look, I just think I just patched him. He was so busted up. Oh, now this head broke off again. So anyway, I had to enter it in the description. I remember what her name, Jacob. I don't know what. No, wasn't it? I don't know. So anyway, she did these Santa heads, and you could buy these as a kit. And I promise you, every one that was she made and everybody else made were really out of proportion because her heads were really small. And but she did some really beautiful bodies. Like mine had a real fur coat on, and it was like a vintage fur coat. It was gorgeous. And he had a very, I still have pictures of him. He had a very Southwest look about him. But anyway, that is primarily the reason I sold him, because I don't do Southwest. And I had no trouble selling him, though. People still doing that. Yeah, so anyway, he's like shoved down so far. You see his little post? Yeah, he's not going anywhere. I guess this is how I spoke a hole through the fabric. His face this got a big old nose, but you can find these heads by this artist, and I don't remember if I can figure out what her name is. I'm actually putting a hole through the fabric, so I'm going to end up messing up the fabric anyway. But yeah, so she sells these. They're just like, they're flat heads like this. And they have these weird chins because you're going to glue on them anyway, but she does put a lot of features. And that's one of the reasons I kind of saved the eyes. But no, I don't like the proportion. So he's got to get a new look about him for sure. She may sell these boots. Now think about it. Those might be her boots. So, and he didn't come with hands. And so which is fine because I need to put stuff on his hands. I'm going to build up his hands and I'm going to put mittens on him. So what I did is there was a lady on eBay who was selling 18-inch doll hats, scarves, and mittens, and they were so cute. And I said, hey, I do Santas, so really I don't need the hats or the scarves. Can you just do mittens? And she said, sure. And so she goes, what colors do you need? I said, just send me random colors, I don't care. So she sent me a whole bunch. I love them. They're just adorable. I used them on another Santa last year. I just have like a bag of them. So yeah, she was like $2.50 each or something for these precious little mitten, and they're done so well. I mean, these are so precious little, knitted mittens. So I was excited about those. All right, so this one's my plastic one. And what happened with him? He's kind of creepy looking. This was a really creepy looking Santa without his beard on. And I've lost his hand. Where's her other hand, dude? Oh, maybe it's glued on. So this one I did, but I'm going to show you his mouth. It's so creepy. And I'm trying to redo it, and I got to pull his mustache off because I messed up because it was glued on. Hang on. Get that mustache out the way. So I'm pulling it off. So I use good glue, not hot glue. Oh, the glue that doesn't want to come off. I got to redo his mustache anyway because it got makeup on. It got stuff on it. So I don't like his creepy smile. Do y'all see a smile? That's some creepy. So I painted, you see it's kind of whited out. I was trying to make it kind of go away and I couldn't. And that kind of killed him. I was like, dude, you're so creepy. I can't stand it. So he has two beards on him. So he has his original beard is like right here. And then I added sideburns on him because I didn't like, so I mixed my beards together like that. But I think I'm going to just give him a whole new beard anyway. But I don't know if I like him enough because he's plastic. He was fun to kind of practice on. I see where I got paint off. He needs a little bit more love anyway. But yeah, is he creepy? Is this a creepy Santa? I need to know. You like this face? Wait, which one are we talking about? Yeah, the smile is creepy. I know. He did look decent, but look with the mustache. I mean, that made a big difference. If I just got a really good mustache going and really made his... What I did originally is I kept his mouth kind of dark because I didn't want it to really show up, and then it looked dirty, like dirty teeth and stuff. And I'm like, oh god, I gotta repaint him now. Great. So I when I added the mustache, I'm not gonna pull this off, am I? Yeah. It just kind of covered. He needs a thicker one to cover up as much of that mouth as possible because that's a creepy mouth. It's just the smile is weird. I don't know. But I did do something cool with him, and this is the first time I've done this, and I'm going to rip it apart, though, but it might work for somebody. I didn't like it, though, and that's why he kind of died there. He didn't get finished. He has a pretty coat. Let me get his coat off. So I think he has a really pretty coat. It's just it's that velveteen. It's not great. And now that if I redo it, because I'm going to redo him, see, I like the gold for some people, not really for mine. Well, I could use it. His hat is glued to his... So much glue, and it is glued on. So I got to work with that, as I'm doing it. But Annie, talking about all the trim. Now see, this trim is kind of cute, but it's kind of cheap too. That's why I got all that stuff. You add that border that I bought, that cording, you can add it to this. How pretty is that going to be? And then add more to this. Like, I'm stuck with this fur because it is some seriously glued on. Now that is glued on, y'all. If I start ripping this off, I'm going to rip the velveteen. And I don't want to make a bunch of clothes. But I do like this outfit. And I can add something under it, like I said, fringe is not really the word I want, but you know what I mean. That's stuff you go around pillows. It's fringe. So things like that you can do and make this look so much nicer. And then I can kind of fake the belt just by gathering that together and putting part of a belt on. Foam. No, I thought I'd try something like this where I just put the cone and gave it some padding and some weight, and I'm going to take this apart because I'd rather not do it that way. I'd really want to get rid of the plastic part, and I even like screwed I had a really good idea going too. I mean, it was pretty good, but it does make it, yeah, see, can't do it. Can't put my name on that one, that's for sure. I mean, it's okay, so it's okay if this is what you want to do. You can do this. In fact, you can use it as a tree topper. But I did put the wood to stabilize this because this was kind of collapsing, and you know how the other one was breaking. This one's still pretty sturdy, but it's going to break because they do. Now, where are we? I didn't want to spend the whole day talking about stuff, but yeah, we can have done some damage. And then, and don't feel like you only can get like a porcelain Santa because there's other options as well. And one was this, he's pretty cute. He just had like a cloth face. And I thought, aw, you're kind of cute. But give me that. And I sculpted it, but I sculpted him a new face. And so you can use like paper clay and stuff. This is actually that porcelain, and it did okay. It did not crack. Yeah, but I don't like it that much. I didn't do that good of a job. I just want something really simple. He looks kind of creepy, but he looks so much better with the beard on, when you put his beard on. Now he had a rope, like a jute beard, so that had to go. Couldn't do that one. But see how much cuter with just his face? He's going to have a sweet face. Like, he's a pretty good one to work on today. And then when you put a new beard on him, he's going to be so adorbs. Now, he is on a cone, but this is a good, thick, heavy-duty cone. His quilt is not great. See, there's no back on it. You see how they made it? So it's kind of cheaply made. But, like I said, he was just a cloth. He was just a head like this. But he has, like, eyeballs drawn on and stuff. And then he has a little hat. Oh, my gosh, it's so cute. And then, like I said, he had the jute beard. But I got this for nothing, like whatever, 55 cents or whatever, Rolling Hills. And he came with this, but I also have a lot of other cute little pieces that I can add to him. And other than that weird nose that I made, I don't know why. I made another face. I don't like this face. Y'all, this face, what is up with me? That day I was doing so, I was like, why is it coming out so creepy? But this was a Santa face that I did to kind of do on the same, just put it on another flat surface, So I did this face, and I know he just, check it out. Let me get up close. It's a little bit creepy. They all look a little creepy, I think, without the beard. I think once you add the beard and mustache, it kind of changes them. They don't look as bad. But his eyes, something in his eyes, he looks like he's like he's had a little bit too much eggnog. Oh, get in there. Come on, get your face in there. But see, once you get that hair all in your mouth, once you add a beard and move it up, get that mouth out of the picture. Wow, nothing's working today. Yeah, he's going to look cuter, right? No. I can't do anything in this backwards thing, can I? You are so weird looking. Here. Is that working? Yeah, he's still drowsy. He looks drunk. Sorry. It's like he got into the eggnog. No offense. And I did a big face like that. This is out of a different kind of a clay product that I was using. Trying it out. Not so sure I like it. Oh, wait, this is... Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what this was. I made this 100 years ago. God, I just hung on to it because I always do. I feel elves are creepy. Elves are creepy. Yeah, he just had that... Hey, we put good little elf. So I'm really curious about this particular product doing what I hope it does, and that being able to use like the watercolor pencils and all that kind of stuff. Kind of get my stuff in order. I'm like, where's my stuff? I've stacked stuff on top of it to just draw a sweet face on here. I need a light color to start with. Well, I have no light colors in that particular brand of pencil. I do have the other one. Does anybody have like a porcelain Santa that they bought that they're not real, committed to? You like it, but you're like, yeah, I could probably do that one. They're getting so expensive, and they're no personality. They just all look alike. And this will definitely give you a chance to make one your own. And that was a good example, the one I just threw to the side, of he just had that face. He just had that, this face. That other one's face, by the way. It was just that. And I added a lot more to him. Now, I don't have his eyes glazed. There's a lot of stuff I have not even done to him yet. I just kind of left him right there. I love the wrinkles in him. I wish he wasn't plastic. Wait a second. He looks a lot like that other Santa. No, he's not. He's different. That smile, though, that smile. So, what I could do, let me pop this beard off now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to read him anyway. So, I bet there's be a horror film called Evolution. I know! Why is it there? That is just some creepy right there. What? Yeah. Wait, did you do the thing where you tell kids, I'm just wondering if I could, can I just lift that above his lip and hide his lip? Would he look better? Just how I glued it? Oh, dude. Oh, look, it's like Scrooge or somebody. Look, that kind of beard. This guy's kind of cool looking now. Let me go ahead and get him undressed. Come here. So this one is really interesting on how it was made. I don't know who did this. You know, this is just a doll I picked up and I'm redoing. But his, so you can tell he was cast from something that was sculpted. So I knew a Santa maker, or she made dolls. She made all sorts of dolls, but she also made Santas. And so she made these bases and was at the time filing for, I always get this wrong. Let me think about it. A copyright. Okay, a copyright, I think. So a patent is, I think, on something that works, like it's a mechanical thing, maybe. I don't remember the rules are with patents and, but anyway, whatever you apply for to make something like this. So she would have all these like forms, and she gave me one. It was really great. I have no idea what to do with it. I never used it though. But it did give you a good kind of idea to build yourself a base first if you're actually sculpting, and then they only sculpted that part. But then this was cast from the original. So that's, why did you put that big ugly smile? Come here, dude. We're going to tone you down some today. Where's a nice neutral color? Get them teeth whitened up. So now I have Santa parts that I have to sort out because I got to say, okay, you go with this, you go with that. I went getting back to the porcelain dolls. I don't know if this is necessary, but I did take, let's get my sandpaper. This is what I put pastels on. I took some sandpaper and I did sand it. This is a 200 grit. I sanded that down just so that I could sand it. I don't know if it's going to help. I really don't. Don't know what it's going to do. I'm just wondering, let me try a color. I probably had to base coat his lips. I'm base coating your lips. All right, so I'm using Apple Barrel. I am a proud plaid. What am I? Not really, because I haven't put my stuff together. I'm going to get a little base coat on his mouth and let it kind of dry before I start messing with it. So this color right here is a very old one by Apple Barrel, because a lot of mine are. Okay, and it's indoor outdoor, and this is called Toasted Marshmallow, and it's not a flesh tone. It is a little not enough flesh tone. I do have flesh by Folk Art. It's called Apricot Cream. It's really close to a good flesh. It's a little bit on the pinker side, a little more suntan looking. Their flesh for this Apple Barrel is really dark. And so what I tend to do, I don't like to use white, and I pulled all these colors out. There's a color that I have somewhere in my, I don't know. There's one that's I use more often, but you can use this marshmallow versus say white. You get them warmer. You don't get, I don't know, white just whitens it. This, you want to keep it kind of warm colored. So sometimes the toasted almond is a little bit better. But yeah, they call this flesh, but it's really, really, really dark. Really dark. And it's kind of pinky. And I don't like, I've never been able to just use it right out of the bottle. I've always had to tone it down with something. Oh, you know what? I didn't bring that mid-tone. I mean, that toner, did I? I guess I didn't bring it out because I didn't know it was going to mix. So I'm just going to, oh my goodness, you may need some pink. I'm just going to do it in order to kind of come back over. I'm trying to just use watercolor pencils and pastels on this face versus paint. He's got hair all over him. To de-hair them at some point because it gets everywhere. And it gets in your mouth and it gets in your stuff. All stuck to your clothes. But I'm just going to tone him down. One thing when you're painting, and I'm really bad about not doing it, is you do kind of want to avoid the glue areas because you want it to stick to a solid surface like the plastic because it just popped off. Just that you can just pull them off. So this one, I wanted that part of his lip because I really wanted it to show, and that's why I had his mustache was in 2 different pieces. So it looks so pathetic. You're ugly, man. We're gonna work on you today. Gonna let you dry, and while we got some paint out, I'm gonna try this color on this little face. Is gonna be so hard to paint because yes, all over the floor. By the way, no, I got stacked over here. That's a weird color. In fact, he was kind of the color of a zombie anyway. That's not a good color for Santa. And so he's going to be really hard to paint because I cannot get this hat off. I mean, it is on there. And I'm so afraid I will break his actual face. So I don't know if his face was, his eyes are crossed. I don't know if his face was sculpted originally and then they cast it, or if it was sculpted. Am I saying that right? Yeah. First sculpted and then cast. Yeah, you're looking pretty pale. That is way too light for you. You look even more like a zombie. Sorry. I love this Santa. I'm going to get back to this one real quick if you didn't catch it earlier. That was the one I had to patch from, I found it at Rolling Hills This Way. But that face, look at that expression. He's so funny. I mean, Teha. I'm going to, and certainly get my mixers. I have the weirdest stuff. I know you're shocked to hear me say that, right? That I have weird stuff in my stuff. Yeah. I want you to get on that, by the way. Write that script, Annie. These are from Mary Kay, and someone donated a bunch of these to Rolling Hills. So yeah, heck yeah, I grabbed them because oh my goodness, there goes the other one to mix paint on. They're perfect. So of course I got these. Come on. Do you know me? Hoarded those suckers right on up. So I'm going to use my folk art flesh. That's, oh my, I wish I knew. I should have dated these. Next time I'm going to write a date on them. But they're so good. They last for a long time. I don't know if they meant for them to last that long. Scoop up some more. Yeah, I'm getting beige. The wrong color all in that lid. Try to give me a nice skin tone. I just feel like that is just too much. But yeah, I like to use not white. I use like off-white to get it's just easier. You don't get such, I don't know what, white kind of brings out the pinks in it for some reason. I don't know why. You want to kind of keep a neutral in there. Once you start mixing paints, you'll see what I mean. And I never have one paint. I always have like, I don't like it to be a solid color. I like to be kind of variations of color. Yeah, I was focused on gray. Oh, no, script. Yeah, oh, yeah. I want you to write the script for the film, for the Elf on the Shelf film. Get on that one. Yep, that sounds good. I think we could get that green lit. That's funny. I'm gonna paint his little face. I concentrate. That's why I need Billy. I need Billy over here to talk for me. So I'm hoping I'm gonna be. You're gonna get paint on your little thing, aren't you? Pour some of that. This hair, I just can't. I can pull it away temporarily, but I can't. I'm gonna paint like half his face and show y'all the difference in the color. See if y'all like it. So one thing when I was doing him, I did go find. I have a really. I'm gonna try to say this one more time. I have a sleigh that's really good size for him. He'd be back. He's watching. I don't think, do I even have one of those? I don't have an elf on the shelf. I probably have one of the little elves somewhere. Hope not. We're not in here. That is bad. So I wanted to write a story about the Christmas. I kind of did, in my mind I did, never put it on paper, but the Christmas crow is kind of the same thing. Just kind of keep an eye on you. Because crows, they be watching you all the time. So around his nose, I got to quit painting because I'm really going to get carried away. I'm going to add a little bit more of the flesh color around his nose because it is that darker color. All right. Ooh, you look really bad. Kind of get you better lighting so I can see what I'm doing. He's going to take 2 coats. That color is so gray on him that he just looks like a zombie. It's a zombie Santa. A cross-eyed zombie Santa. All right, so that's the side I'm painting. You see, it's not as gray as the other side. See, it's like a gray tone. And I'm definitely brightening him up some. Nightmare. Oh, and big. Yes, he is. Oh, listen to that teaser. There it is. That's your elevator pitch right there. Okay, yeah. So the thing is, you know how they'll say Jaws meets, wait, I'm getting phone. Elf. You know that how they'll do a crossover between comparing two movies and go, yeah, that's would be Jaws meets Elf. Hello, son. You here to work? We're doing live. What are you doing?
Not right now.
No, what are you doing?
I'm making my presents known.
Are you saying something about presents? Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
Well, go to ask your dad. He should know where it is. I'm sorry I didn't get it wrapped. It's like you would just unwrapped it anyway.
Yeah, I would. It's gonna be home in 20. I had out.
You want to wait?
350.
Oh, wait, today?
Yeah, I gotta go fly.
Oh, you're flying. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then after that, I gotta go to the aviation, whatever.
Oh, I thought you were okay. We're not head out. You just got somewhere to go.
Busy day. Yeah.
Busy. He's a busy day. Yeah. Poor thing. He's got to go fly. What a hard life does he have? Bless his little heart. Yeah. So I'm really trying to fill in where that peeled off. It's kind of grainy. I don't know if I like that. So Jaws meets Elf. It's a comedy, killer comedy. What do you think about it? Yeah, Jaws is pretty much a comedy too. Now Jaws got some funny lines. So I totally ruined my children. They are into like all this 80s stuff, you know, like Jaws or was Jaws 70s stuff? All that kind of stuff though. They love the older things. Those are classics in our house for sure. You know, they got yeah, this is looking better. And Miss CLAUS has to jump into action. Oh, you know what? You're right. It's time. We got to get her doing something important. I like that. So we like that movie, you know, Krampus, that movie that they did. That came up kind of being that once again. Oh, she really wasn't a hero, was she? I don't know. Anyway, that was an interesting scary movie. I like scary movies for Christmas. Yay! But that's a good one. No, that's got to happen. Oh, you'll kill the sales. They'll never let them do that. They will never give that. They will never give those rights away. I don't know. People like scary stuff. They would still fall for it. I'm pretty sure they would say, "Yeah, I'm getting it," because now it's scary. It's more fun if it's scary. Yeah, that retro. That's a good one. Yeah. They only like the original. They don't like any of. Like when The Deep or whatever came out. I mean, that was good. That was fun to watch, like with the Mako sharks and all. No, it was something about that big old Bruce, that big mechanical shark. That was it. They just had to. It was just too. The practical effects were so much more fun, and it is. That's a thing. But we do like Jurassic Park, that's for sure. I like Jurassic Park because they did use both practical and I think it worked. I think it seemed well. All right, yes, he needs to dry. Quit painting something that's not going to take any more paint. Set him aside and let's play with this guy. Yeah, I hate to waste that good paint. I mixed the perfect color and now it's going to dry up. Could put something over it, I guess. I put my wood putty over it. So one thing about being in the little lips that it is, you can set something on top of it. I'm putting that on it. Don't die. And put all my water on the floor, which is not handy. All right, so this guy, let's see. We're going to give him a good face. Are we going to take a little bit of a, I don't know what color this is. This is a Rexel DeWint pencil. It's a watercolor. It's called Burnt Sienna. I never likes to name those colors. I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to be better. I really, really am. The actors made the movie in Jaws. We watched it. Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, what? Oh, wow. Okay, we watched Trick or Treat because that's just... I like Trick or Treat except for the very end part. I'm like, whatever. I don't care about it anymore once it gets to... I don't like that scene as much. I like the other one, so I'm doing that thing with the eyes again. Always try to draw your opposite eye first. So I wanted this one to have big. I can tell from when I did this many years ago, I planned on him having pretty big eyes. So let me see what I've got going here. I'm not talking, Monster Hideout. Oh, no, they're pretty big. He's going to be kind of... Aw, he's so cute. We'll get that nose fixed, dude. You won't see it. You got a mustache. So I did a lot of gourds. I came across a bunch of gourds from this guy, and that was kind of my thing, to do gourds. And I started doing the gourds with you do a face out of, painted the face on them. Then I came back over them with pencil and did more details and stuff with the pencils, which made it a lot more fun. Just personal, you know, just more of a, you could do fun things with it. Oh, I don't know where that one's going. Janet, you better be a happy guy. Oh, be happy guys, a happy guy. He's got happy eyes. They're happy. Don't judge. They're happy. Ooh. Think about this color. I have so much of it. These pencils, that it's hard to find the color you want because you have so many pencils to go through to find it. And those are years of collecting pencils. I gotta wash my brush because it was a good brush, and we definitely don't want to mess that up. I don't know, mates. It's like Crafts, etc. It's a cheap brush, I think. Let me see what you need. So many. Let me see what's a good blush color for you. So right now, I don't know if I like I don't know how to pronounce this word. Do y'all, anybody know how to pronounce this word? Let me know. But it's these guys. The MUNGYO. And I bought these because other doll artists were using them, and I thought, oh, well, then that's what you need, right? So I ordered these. They're a little bit more expensive. And a lot of colors. They're really cool, but then I found that just my cheap ones were doing just as good a job. I don't want to go straight into like a lot of color on you, do I? So this pastel is not taking the pencil. It's not taking it. I may have to get to green because I had green on my brush. Great. It took the green that was on the brush. I don't even know what was on there. Some kind of stain. But it's not picking up. May need some Mr. Super Clear on it. Great. Yeah. There's that. And Mr. Super Clear is great. It'll kill you. Don't read the how it's going to kill you, because it will. Full of bad stuff. Yeah, that's good. Better. This is good flesh tone. I'm going to kind of shade him in a little bit more with it. So I'm using my skin tones down on the end towards you. Yeah. I don't know. I think I need to just go dark. Too timid. Going for it. That's kind of red. I'd rather you be browner. Oh wait, do it on one side, gotta do it on the other. I'm going to do a little red over there. My browns are such a strange shade of brown. I don't know if I like them for this face. It's okay. It is working. I'm trying to give them shadows, but look, it's barely showing. Yeah, I think it needs super clear. Oh, I can see. He's showing off some of my. He did crack a little bit, because I can see some evidence of it right down his nose. Little bitty thin ones. Just didn't show up till I highlighted them with this. Oh, wait a second. Is that crack? The glue. Yeah, he did crack. Aw. Well, let me think. I could paint it. And it's just tiny, little thin crazing. Yeah, I don't like that product. So we're going to repaint, because I am not going to let that happen. I would rather be full. It will fill in with paint. So they're really small. Let me see if I can show them. Let's see that like little bitty evidence like across his nose. I don't know if we're gonna get enough focus. That's how thin they are, but they are like a stress crack. So kind of need to get rid of that. Fill it in with something. But the paint will help. So you're getting set aside. Now you know what, I don't get anything done. So everything needs something done first. Actually, I think once I paint it and I hit it with some Mr. Then my paint will stick better. Little things you gotta know. Since I'm having such a devil of a time, I may just try painting. Need more paint. Thicker. Yeah, that crack's not making me happy. So yeah, I think she pulled this off the market. By the way, getting back to this product that I found, you know, she was selling it on eBay, and it was like, it was kind of, you know, in a little package that, you know, it's kind of made homemade kind of stuff, and it wasn't like, it wasn't cheap. So God love her. And then the next thing you know, she's gone. I mean, those things, it's just not there anymore. And I think it's because she was long term. I think it was going to crack even regardless of what it was on. This one did not have enough to bond to. There was a hard surface. I mean, it was fabric, but the hard part of the surface would be like on the porcelain I could see, but not on fabric, because fabric's going to give a little bit. It's got like a little one right there too. I'm trying to fill in. All right, dude, you're drying. It kind of getting darker too, a little bit darker. Actually, we'll rip up another Santa because that's so much more fun. Or we could take, let's see how he's doing over here. He may be dry enough to work on. Yeah, I could work on him. Sorry about that. There's not my brush on the floor. Try another brush. I'll give you what color lips? I'll try this color. It's kind of neutral. You are not taking that. That's going. Yes, I'm not loving this particular product as much as everybody else is. I am not having the good luck they're having. I'm going to take my burnt sienna so I can give him that color lip. This is not going to be fun. So I'm just drawing a bunch of lines so I can get those lines showing. You know, this. Some darker. So I have actually had better luck with these that I got at Rolling Hills. And so they're by Artist Loft. I don't know what company sells these. Maybe Michael's. But I've had better luck with these than those expensive ones. And I think these were a very low end kind of stuff anyway. I don't know why. That just seems to do better. Dude, now I'm just making your teeth dirty. Again with their dirty teeth. No, that is. You need some Mississippi Clear. Yeah, I do. I remember putting that on him though. When I made him before I bought Mr. Super Clear. I don't know what he's even got on him to start with. I think I just painted him. I think it's just paint, and that's why. It's not watercolor. I'm gonna try a stiffer brush. Oh yeah, it's just gotta have a little bit more tooth to it. Let me see. Brown? Sorry, I know I shouldn't do that. It gets all over my studio. Hey, how you doing? So Cindy's with us today. Cindy, what have you been working on? Cindy, what have you been working on? You've been busy. You have been doing so much. You have hit some good sales. Oh my goodness. And so much fun. Now I had this Santa and I repainted his face and yeah, he's kind of creepy. He's got the creepy mouth. Kind of trying to work on that creepy mouth and what to do with it. I really didn't want him to have a very noticeable mouth, but it was showing up. So far I have decapitated a couple of Santas, but then I put my Liquitex on there. I had to look at the name of it, and it has a cure for 24 hours. I didn't realize that. I was going to let it just get a cure for a couple hours, and I looked at it and I went, you know, I may need to actually cure longer because these pastels get kind of rough. I'm tempted still to do it, just to try it, because I can always undo what I did. So this one's plastic, and I'm not a big fan of him, and I don't want his mouth to be real noticeable, and I'm still not really loving that mouth without some spray on it. So it's gonna need a lot more. I'm gonna have to paint it. That's just gonna be pure painting right there. It's just not cutting it. Let me get something to try. I'm always willing to experiment. I said, what's going on? Busy, but I haven't done anything. Oh, not yet. I like that. I like that a lot. You gotta have your creative time. You know, and that I came out here to do something the other night. We were trying to get a GoPro to work so that it could be like shining down, you know what I mean, shining down, aimed down at what I was working on. But the one that we have is a little bit older, and so we don't have the technology. It's not up to the game for, you know, to do it with what we have. With like, I don't know, we just need something so we can incorporate it into our system. And anyway, that was a little experiment. When I came out here and I saw I had some projects I'd kind of walked away from, you know, I'm like, if it was not for doing this at least on Tuesdays, I don't know if would I ever get to come out here and do anything. So I don't like his lips, the light color. I am going to go in with a mystery color. I think it's like a burnt sienna, actually. No, wait, what was it? Raw sienna or burnt sienna? One of the siennas. I'm going to say burnt sienna for this. I just... Sorry, my paint is so old. I don't even know what brand it is. And take my flesh tones. I'm going to kind of mix them into that flesh tone because I don't want it that dark. Tone down those lips, man. We can't have them white, and we can't have them that color either. So this works. It's all no. That's not bad. Kind of pink. And a little bit more. Dude, that was way too dark. Way too dark. You look, you got some kind of bad lipstick on. Let's tone you down a little bit. Yeah, working. I have been trying to save my computer and this thing that I did. Bye. Aw. Thanks for stopping by, Jay. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting on yeah, so that's kind of dark. I know you said but once you put the beard on and all, you're not really going to see much of it. But boy, could I see it before. It was not working. That was for sure. Not a good color. I'm actually using like a really rough bristle brush for this. That's going back and forth. Can't do anything the easy way. But yeah, I've been working on my computer and it's like killing. I tell my husband, it just kills my creative side. Here, I don't know what's going on. I've been having trouble for a long time though. I am ready for that not to be a thing. Now I'm getting all artsy over here. See, I'm trying to like keep it you know, not to be so much of one thing. I just want to be a little bit lighter than his skin tone. But they're huge and I can't seem to make them look smaller. I just keep getting bigger. Big old lips. Got your old bee stung lips on there. I may mix some more color. Probably need to redo your mustache area too. Come on, dude. Yeah, when I originally painted, I just kind of wanted the teeth to go away and not be noticeable. But when I got the beard on there, I was like, okay, this is not working. It just looks like he's got creepy. In fact, there was some little bit of the red tone to it, you know, like I'm getting that lip tone to it. I'm gonna get my thing centered. And I looked at his teeth. I said, he looks like he's got bloody teeth even. He was just creepy. Like, Santa, come on. Don't do this to me. I do have, I know, I was talking about flesh tone, so I do have the Delta ceramic coat. I like it better. It's this one. I like the lighter color. I think it's so much prettier. It is a brand new container. It's just, no, it isn't. This is, I have two. One's new. This is the old one. So what I'm doing, Sandy, is I'm taking old like porcelain dolls, and this one in this case was plastic, and I'm repainting their faces just to make them look better. And then adding more stuff to them, like more toys and things to their coats and all, just to make them look, you know, pretty. They need to look nice and different. I don't want them to look like every other Santa on the thing. Oh, I got you in here. I'm gonna blush you up a little bit. This one was actually kind of fun to paint, even though he's just so much going on. I think it was pretty easy back when I was doing it. I really enjoyed it. In fact, I took a picture of him. He looked really good in the picture. He looked better in the picture than he did in real life, you know. I have a dark shading around his nose I'm going to try to get rid of. Tone that down some. Oh, I'm so glad I got to work on you again, because you're looking a little better now. You needed a little bit of love. And I'm trying to keep it really loose and painterly. I like that expression, painterly. So that he looks more... like a painting. I mean, I don't need to look like one solid color. I want him to have variations. Get your eyebrows a bit more defined. I think I left his eyebrows white, but I may come back and put some hair on them instead, just being white. Now Santa's gonna have a little bit of reds on his face because he's out in the cold. So he's gonna have a little bit. He's looking a little better already, just a little. Tiny bit. Teeny tiny. What that color I was looking for? Yeah, no, it's toasted almond. No, I don't want toasted almond. Just whiten up your teeth, Mr. Man, because they are so dark. So what else? I know, and it's kind of really the editing. I stutter a lot, and I do notice it when I'm doing my voiceovers. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. My voiceovers are so much worse than just normal talking. I don't know why. That's the thing. Seems like you're just talking. Can't you just talk? Come on. But no, and I go and I try to clean them up because I think, well, you know, this is a video and it should be a little bit more polished. No. Don't worry about it. It's not worth the effort. And I say something I say a lot of, like, anyway, I'll do that, or I'll go. And I also do the really, when I get a good breath, my first thing I say is really high pitched and loud. I try to re-say it, you know, so that's not like that. Oh my God, finally I just say forget it. I quit all that. So I'm just doing like a dry brush over his teeth because I want those little cracks to show in between his teeth. His mouth is crooked though. I mean, he has a crooked smile. So that's all I wanted, was something very simple, because if you did too much white, I thought it was going to look weird. But now, I don't know, because it looked weird being not white. They look dirty and kind of creepy too. If you do them the wrong color, yeah. But I am trying to narrow down, like, the one we're doing this month is 12 Days of Christmas, and I'm just really doing no edit November. I'm really keeping it simple, and it's like what I say pretty much goes. Now, if it gets long, I'll go chop stuff out, because I don't want them to be long. Because I was noticing I would spend 4 hours working on a video, and I'd look in average view time 3.5 minutes for a 15-minute video or something. So I said, no, we can't do it. I'm shortening my videos, and it's not helping. Well, I don't know what to do with this guy. That mouth is killing me. I would never have put that on him. That is just hilarious. I wish I knew who did this. I wish there was some kind of mark on this that said who the art, what the original artist was. Kind of like my Degans and all that. You know who did them. No, I want that darker. Let's get some. I think I hit that eyelid. Your eyelids got really gray. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, you're an old man. That's what I was thinking. You needed gray. I think I was trying to do eyelashes. Maybe that's what happened. Let's do this to you. Let's brighten those eyelids. So I noticed when I did it, he needs some, I just highlighted him whether I wanted to or not. That was a boo-boo. So one of my favorite things in my studio, if you don't have these, oh, not those, are I buy these all the time. I buy. No, I don't. What am I reaching for? I can't see my stuff. Hang on. Oh, here they are on the other corner. Hang on. These. I use these little suckers. They're like a makeup applicator type, and you get them, you know, Walmart or whatever. And then they have these pointy ends. They're amazing, the things you can do with these. And they're cheap, and they're just the best tool ever. I don't say they're cheap. I don't know. To me, they're cheap. And they're wonderful. And you can paint with them, and you can clean up stuff with them, and it's just, they're fun. Get you some. No studio should be without. Hey, Cindy, you still on there? Because I want to ask you a question real quick. If you've used this product before. I mean, a product, this tool. If you've ever, a piece of chalk. If you've ever used these little things, these have the little rubber tips on them. They're the rubber brush set. If you like these, if you've used them for anything. Because I bought another one and I opened one container. Either I'm not really quite using them right or something, but I'm trying to get used to them, you know, trying to figure it out. I don't know. Is it the black? What is wrong with your eye? I'm getting really picky about this guy's face now. I'll try some other colors. I am going to try some watercolors on you just to see and get it to show. So we did a little experiment with good watercolor pencils and Crayola. Was it? I think it was Crayola. I don't know where they are. And oh my goodness, those crayons were just awesome. And here I'm using these expensive ones. But the watercolors did really good with those Crayola. Let's see. No, but I've seen people use them. Yeah. Yeah, I saw them. Well, they're having like a sale on that particular product at Hobby Lobby. So I went in there and was looking at different things, and I saw them, and I went, you know, I think I'll try them. I'll just see. They're not cheap. They're like $10 for that. I think that set was $10. Or, oh no, this is $8. Close enough, but $8, yeah, a couple bucks each. There's 5, so listen. That's not so bad. But I already had some, but I had these in with my carving tools. I had these big ones, and I was, okay, you know, and I never thought about them being for painting, because those were with my carving stuff. So, yeah, this isn't doing too bad. Let me kind of hit that eye, because I really don't like all the black you've got going. You wouldn't have that much black, Santa. Well, hey, Nancy, what you doing today? You working on anything good? I'm trying to work on this creepy plastic Santa. I'm getting a close up of his face. So I was trying to earlier was just describing his face is very simple, like kind of like this one is. And I was also talking about I popped this head off of Santa earlier. What you can do with these is you just take your acetone like you would these dolls and all that everybody's doing, and then you can clean them up. They clean up really nice. So there, this one is all cleaned up, but he has 2 coats of Liquitex sealer on it. Well, it's kind of a prep, not a sealer, it's a prep. So I'm waiting for that to, it's in the thing said 24 hours, and I went, oh, okay, because I'm sure I've let him do that long. So I'm trying different materials on this Santa. I painted him years ago, but he looked really bad, and I didn't really like him, and he kind of went back in the bag. So I'm just seeing what I can do to improve him a little bit, because he was looking pretty creepy. I think it's the black around the eyes is not really working, because he would have gray eyelashes. So I'm trying to tone that black down some with the gray pencil. And I do have eyelashes, but he has such tiny eyes. I don't think I want to mess with those eyelashes on him, like the doll eyelashes. I don't think they would work out as well as I would have hoped. I probably had to paint white on him for his wrong color. Doing that thing again where I get too many pencils out. Give him a little bit more whites. He does need some highlight. What do they call highlights, or people call it something else? The light, you know, bouncing off his eyeballs. I'm going to lighten the blue that I use. So I have a blue that I really love. And Ceramic Coat makes it, and I didn't pull it out, but it's called Tide Blue or Tide Pool. I think it's Tide Pool. And this is really a beautiful color. And that I love that color for my Santa eyes. But and sometimes I mix a little bit of water with it. If I want, whites with that because I want it to be lighter. I'm actually putting some white in his blue because I brighten that up a little bit. Well, that doesn't look hideous, but it does look a little bit chalky. He needs a good coat of spray on his eyes. Oh, your teeth, Santa. Well, I think the other problem with these Santa's teeth are they're all the same size. People's teeth are not the same size. They're just creepy. I really thought the beard would cover him up. So I put his old beard on, and then I had some extra stuff I added to it. It did not work. It does not work. But this is a beard off another Santa. The beard he has was kind of thin, and I didn't like it. So I'm going to give him a whole new beard that's nice and thick and bushy, and I think that's going to hide a lot. This one I will probably put back on the original one. So if I just glue it like right under his lip so it covers up some of his lip. I might use this one. I know why I don't use this one. This one does not have a color that goes. I don't have a mustache. I'd have to cut a mustache back out of it. But you know what? It being that it's smaller than his head, that's going to help. Yeah. Okay, dude, your eyes are still creepy. Why are you so creepy? Another great tool for your art studio. Sorry about that. Hit my thing. Toothpicks. I love toothpicks. Toothpicks are, well, which is weird because I bought these. We were talking about this, Nancy. I don't know if you're on these little silicone brushes. If you've ever bought and used these, let me know. But they have like the tiny rubber tips on them. This one does. I think I have some bigger ones too. So basically, it's what I've been doing with toothpicks all along. And that's just getting that teeny tiny bit of paint on. That's all you need. I have another mystery paint here. I'll just use this one because we know what brand it is. Apple Barrel, Snow White. I like Snow White because it's, I don't know why. I think it was cheap that day, but I just started using Snow White more often than regular white. I quit buying big bottles. I have a few big bottles, but I've learned, man, they just get too nasty, and just get small ones from now on. Plus, they're harder. I have a wonderful storage system over here, perfect for little bottles, not so much for big bottles. Give them some highlights. I call it a highlight. What if I heard someone else calling it? Does anyone know what they're calling? Where the light reflects in your eyes. They have another name for it. Ah, that's teeth. Yeah, descale a little bit. But when they put the diamond glaze in his eyes, he's going to look a lot better. Really. I know he is. I kind of like it. I like his eyebrows painted too. I don't know if I want to let me try something. Yes, I didn't use watercolor brushes and pencils on him before. I just painted him. Yeah, I don't like that look. It's just not doing anything impressive. My brush got put in crooked. Face down, and now it's all messed up. I don't think I've ever seen a Santa have more stuff stuck to his head than this one, too. Clean those eyebrows. Just a tad, just random little. So this is why I thought it'd be cool to have a GoPro so you could see what I was doing. Actually, I was doing because it's so hard to, constantly putting this where you can see and I can see. And that wasn't working. I try to do a good job. Boiled again. All right, dude, your eyebrows has got to do it. Why are you not working? I'm trying to put teeny tiny paint, and I'm not getting enough every single time. Yeah, I'm just trying to clean up his eyebrows a little bit. They were really dark. And just want them to brighten up some. There's a lot of gray in them, which is okay, but I just don't think they look cute enough. He's got a weird expression because that's his. I'm following his eyebrow. His sculpted eyebrow. You know, more eyebrow over here. Maybe not that much. Yeah. All right, that's kind of evened up. He's brightening up. Those teeth. The teeth are killing me, guys. They're killing me. They're just... I don't want them to be real obvious. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
If there's a time that I'm still here and Dad's still here, it's right now.
Oh, he's here?
Yeah, he just.
Well,
got
then
here.
tell him to go get look under. It's under the dresser.
Okay, you want me to bring it in here, or
You-
or is it?
It's not wrapped. Yeah, you're gonna be bringing it in here anyway. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So my son's birthday today. Happy birthday! I haven't talked to him this first time I saw him, but we kind of had a birthday weekend for him. So yay! So he got to celebrate like all the time. His brother came in from, it was so nice. He came in from Austin. They had a big weekend. Everybody, and he went to his house down in Pineville, and then they live in Alexandria side, or do they? No, they're on Pineville. She works in Alexandria. I'll get it in a minute. It's going to be a day all day. Yeah, so I guess the sky is sort of, well, maybe done for now. Once I get the beard on, I think it's going to look a lot better. So I'm going to go with this copper beach color. I don't know why it's called copper beach. I'm going to give it a little bit darker inside of his mouth. Kind of make that shadow, like his lips turn in. Let's see what that does. This is all an experiment. Give me a couple of lines. Don't want it to go on your teeth. That's a weird sculpt right there. It just, like I said, the smile is crooked, and so I'm kind of working around that. A little bit more browns on his mouth too. On that, a few lines. All right, dude. I don't know if I like that dark thing in the middle. I know it's all coming to me now. When I see it, I'm like, that's not working. It's really not working. I thought it would look better with the mustache, the way I did his mustache, because I had two separate pieces. I'm out of paint. That's not going to work. I'm not going to like that in a minute. I'll get some lighten that up a little bit. Yeah, that worked. I just took some pastel, and it was wet. My whole thing was wet. Just kind of brightened it up a little bit. You really don't want to put a lot of paint where that lip's gonna go. That thing's got. Oh, it's still doing. It's like he's got a mustache, but that's where his mustache goes. I'm not worried about that anymore. All right, so this guy's gonna sit and dry, and cure or do whatever he's got to do. And so what I'm curious about with these, let me feel for this one. How this product just straight up takes how we'll take a pastel, and I'm not going to give it 24 hours to cure either. So if those who weren't out here earlier, yes, I totally tore up a Santa, took his hat off and all that good stuff, and this is his body. I'm not a big fan of his body because it's plastic. It's like, you hear it in there? It's not fabric or anything. Yeah, listen. So man, I'm so kind of on the fence about how I'm going to do his body. If I want to keep this one or if I want to make him a new one. And if I made him a new one, would I do it as a wood body? Which is a lot of, that's how Degan has these wooden bodies, and they're pretty cool. I mean, I like how she does hers. But I do like the coat. I definitely liked his little coat to use and just add some stuff to it. I would like some kind of cute buttons or maybe even bells on his. He's got bells hanging on him, but I don't like that belt anyway. I think get rid of the belt and put buttons on his wait, let me get my hand on the right place. Yeah, on this part. This is glued, so I'm kind of stuck with that. Yeah. Hey Deb, how you doing today? What do you say? Hey Deb, I'm here better late than that. I'm telling you. Glad to have you. So yeah, we're talking about the different making Santas out of Santas. Yeah, that's a stretch. So I'm going to just see if these pastels will stick to this. And I'm going to say, not really. I don't like that one at all. It's only, in fact, it's only picking up charcoal that was still on my brush from another thing. These brushes are really hard to clean, by the way. What? What'd you say?
Thank you.
You're well. You wanted it. Isn't that what you? Is that what you wanted?
Yes. No.
So you're good.
Now I have, it's 18 times 2.
And have you got paint now? I love spending time with you in my studio, son. I'm so glad you're doing it.
There are so many people on Battle Droids.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Is this another? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good for you. All right. Sounds good.
Thank you.
So we're gonna be home tonight. Okay, so I'm back to using the. Oh, and then not.
After I fly, I gotta go to banquet, and then I'll be home sometime after 7.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go with this like really dark color just to see, and just for shading it first to see if it will stick to that white. Sorry, dude. Woo, that's dark. That's some serious dark. Which is why we have erasers. Come on, you leaving me? Good night. A good night. Oh, what time is it? Don't do that to me. So yeah. So your time was an hour later. So it's like 4. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, that is really dark. So I'm gonna go ahead and run it around his forehead just because. I mean, I do kind of like it for a shadow, but not for a skin tone. It's super red. I'm gonna go ahead and get his wrinkles kind of outlined too. Kind of put some down in there. And where else could he use it? Kind of use it in my shadows. So it's not hideous, it's just red. And then take some shadows around his eyes. Now that's gone on my brush. Now I'm going to go tone it down a notch with this other color, which is more of a burnt sienna. It seems to be my color of the day for some reason. Try it out. I know, I just love experimenting with the color. Oh yeah, this is a good color for skin. Oh yeah, that's a better skin tone right there. Oh yes, it's definitely. I just actually picked up red. Whoops, that's gonna be nice. Eventually. Sorry, I was in a meeting. What did I miss? Oh, a whole bunch of stuff. No, it was like working with Santas. I worked on that creepy face. I did. Look, okay. I toned down that mouth and those teeth. I'm telling, and his eyes look a little happier now. I did put some. He's a little creepy. He's a little bit on the creepy side, but I did look at him with the bigger beard. This is the beard off this Santa that I'm working on now. I think if I gave him a really substantial beard and make it all about that beard, I could hide a lot of that mouth. Yeah, see? Now I would put it under his lip like I did, but just like right under. But if it's a good beard that kind of pooshes out, like the other one really didn't, it was thin, and give him one that really comes out, and then a thicker mustache, it would hide it anyway. But most of it was that I had not, you know, like I said, try to tone down those teeth kind of, and they look weird and bloody, just not good. So that's what we did, and mostly that, and just touched up some other things. I tried working straight on that. I don't know if you were there for that. That material that I was working on, that porcelain clay, air dry porcelain. Yeah, it would not take color at all. So I went ahead and painted it. Oh, it had a little crack in it, so I went ahead and painted it. So I'm trying just straight up pastel. I know you should have cured. I know, I just did it anyway. So I am trying out, and it's definitely sticking to that. Don't really like your being so red, but the first color I put down was really red, and I'm trying to get rid of that problem on him. Get rid of some of that, and I'm just coming in with the burnt sienna. Seems like my color of the day. So. This material that I'm using, this Liquitect, has a bit of a tooth to it, and sometimes that tooth picks it up a little bit too much. So it sticks too much. So I'm trying to tone that down some too. I mean, I could have painted his face. I just really have not done it this way before. Why not do it now in front of everybody? It's nothing like doing live with something you've never done before. Yeah, I mean, so that's, except for I got that stuff right there, and I guess I can get rid of that with, yeah, I'm kind of liking how this is doing. It's a pretty color for skin. But you're red, man. We get, no, I wouldn't, you'd have a little bit of red, but not that much, dude. Well, the good news is, whatever you do, you can always undo. I did one time, you know, I do a lot, I haven't done it lately. Of course, this is no spend November, so I don't have to worry about doing it right now. I buy a lot of stuff on shopgoodwill.com. I kind of got out of the habit because so many of the things I was buying, I was getting really good prices, but they're coming in broken because they were not wrapping them. And so I just kind of got where I've lost, you know, I just stuck my thing in yellow. I just quit doing it. But I remember finding some Santas, like a box full of Santas for really cheap, like $20. And it wasn't much to ship because there were so many like crammed in a box and the price wasn't so bad. So I think I got like either, I don't know, 4 or 5 for maybe 30, so like $5 a piece. But no, that's not the good deals that I get at Rolling Hills. So. But you don't see them that often. So I do kind of keep them. I always try to spend, you know, like $5 on them. If I see them somewhere else, I have a limit to how much I'll spend on them. I've just been really lucky and found some good ones. And I've, you know, on eBay, I do search for one of a kinds more than I would buy something. I mean, I do buy the House of Hattons and certain brands like that. Another brand that I like in Santa's art, Carol Bouquet. They were around in the late 80s, and I think Gina Hall kind of took over and did some of hers. I actually like Carol's Santa's better, but it's Bouquet Enterprises, and they're really pretty Santas, and those are the ones I put out last year, and I think I put some out for Christmas in July too. I just think they're really pretty Santas. And so I found one. I knew something wasn't right, but they didn't take a good picture of its face. So I found one on Shop Goodwill, and when I got it in, they had swapped out someone had swapped out his original face and put this ugly plastic horrible face on it. So that is going to be what I'm going to be working on soon. I just want to kind of get these out of the way, but he's got a beautiful outfit on, just gorgeous, and he's neutral, and I really wanted to do one that was a neutral color. He's not white, he's like a brown color, grayish, weird taupey color. I mean, I can't even describe this weird color. So I think it's gonna look really cool. Hit Rolling Hills Pine Bowl. Yeah, what'd you find? That some cool stuff. Yes, you did. You should come see me. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm so kind of digging this. I'm getting a little bit of, you know, some textures going on in here and all. This is pretty fun to do. But yeah, I don't think you don't have to buy the expensive ones. These ones I'm using are not expensive. If you want to do it this route, if you want to use charcoal. I mean, sorry, pastels. Talk much, Jerry? Anyway, I'm giving you nose. Got to have a little bit of red on the nose because you're doing it, and we're gonna put it on there. You got a little cold nose, and so yeah, this week has been crazy with my computer. I was up until 7 o'clock in the morning working on a video that was due because it was crashing, and it was not, it was just spinning. It was a nightmare. I was on lots of nightmares going on. So I had that going on, and I really, you know, I lost a whole video I made, in fact, and it just didn't, it was not uploading the videos off a phone, even though it had hours to do it, and I thought it had. I mean, I thought it sent me the signal saying that it had, and apparently it didn't. And so I lost all that, and yeah, I've been, computers, they're killing me. It's just technology, too much. So I'm bringing in a little bit of the brown that I have. It's a dark brown. This brown's like raw umber brown. I mean, serious, the dark. Just giving him a little bit of shadows on his nose. See that coming in? His little nostrils. Don't feel like you got to make them black, folks. They don't have to be black. They don't have to be huge. But I do have my little brush handy. My eraser, I mean, handy, because, yeah, you'll mess up. Get a little bit too much stuff like I just did there. I'm going to take that off. So this is whatever you want to spend time on. I know. But yeah, I definitely repaint their faces. Just give their faces a little bit more personality for sure. And that's pretty much what it comes down to. Once you strip everything off, you can put it back and then just add stuff to it, you know, more decor, kind of zhuzh them up. And I think they come out really cute. The trick to eyes, I got no tricks. To use a tool to make your circles, if possible, if you have something, which is what I was thinking, like end of a Q-tip, like a regular Q-tip, because it's round. You know, you can just dip this in paint. There's your nice circle right there, and that will help to get the right size circle maker and kind of stamp that nose in. I mean, those eyeballs in. I'm working on your nose, talking about eyes, because the other trick is to kind of make them a little bit on the cross-eyed side, just a tad. It's hard to make eyes looking in a direction, but if you bring them in, and I learned that from a doll artist about how to set doll eyes, was you want them to be looking in just a little bit. Like if you're holding them right here and they're looking at your nose, I mean, you know, they need to be looking right here. So that's just a thing. I'm really sculpting. I'll get into this, guys. I'll start sculpting this nose, and I'll just say, "Oh, you're gonna need this. You're gonna need that," and I will so get lost in this process. Well, I can't go to Rolling Hills. I'm doing no spin November, so I know better than to go to Rolling Hills. I can't get out of there without buying something for myself. I saw something. Oh, it was a beautiful Santa. I should share these with other people. Go, you need this. It's a good deal. But it's a really good price. A really, really good price. And I'm sure there are a lot of people watching it, so I'm sure other people bid it up. I hope so, because I would hate to see a good Santa like that go for a little bit of money. Anyway, I couldn't buy it. And I was saying something to my husband. I said, you know, I had one of these. I actually got it on shopgoodwill.com. I said, and I sold it for a lot. And I'm really tempted. I said, so technically, that's not really shopping for me something. It's a business opportunity. It's like, yeah, what are those other Santas you need to list? I know. I should just do a live show one day where I'm listing stuff on eBay. And that way, if anybody wants something that I am listing, they can say, hey, I want that. Don't sell that. Send it to me. No, I need to make some money. I really do. Yeah, so I haven't done that cheek yet. But yeah, this is kind of fun. It's kind of cathartic. You get a lot of blendies, and it looks more natural versus it's a porcelain doll. It's gonna look like a porcelain doll, people. I can't fix that. That's gonna be a thing. I'm almost more brown on you. I know. I get weird on that. Yeah, I'm never going to let that out of my mind, what my son said to me that one day about something I showed him my painting. He goes, oh, yeah, I can tell you painted it. It's got more, you can see all the flaws in it or something. I went, okay, thanks for that. He goes, no, I mean, it looks like more natural. People are flawed. This Santa, he'd be flawed when I get them, because I stuck my brush in yellow, and I can't get that yellow out. I just kind of hit the yellow on it's sitting next to my flesh tone. Wrong color, man. Come on, get you some red back in that face. I'm gonna pink him up. He needs some pink cheeks. See, it's too fleshy, and he doesn't have that. Do I want to go this color? Oh my God, I hate this. It'll clean, right? Yeah, it's done. I don't know if I want to use my brush though. I don't know. I need another brush. I don't want to get that one dirty. Once you get that red on there, good luck getting that one off. I do have, so I don't throw brushes away. I was talking to somebody. I was listening to somebody talking about throwing. I just wear out brushes. So I never throw a brush away. It's called you do things with it. You just do something different with it. You look. So this would be a really good. You put in a little bit of paint, just a little bit, and you go dot 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 dot, and you get these really good textures. So the worse they are, the more I like them. It already has red on it, so I'm using it. Get some red on there. Yeah, I think we're getting to that point in the day where you need to be hit with some Mr. Super Clear, because we're not going to add any more color to you, are we? We're going to resist a live show. So I don't know. I know that. I mean, I have friends who do them. I like to watch them. They're fun. People buy stuff. It's great. I hope it would work. I would love it. I would love to try it. Maybe do that. Yeah, because eBay is kind of dead right now. I'm just not doing a whole lot. And I see the same things over and over that I like. You know, been watching stuff for a while, and it's still up. I just, you know, just not in a position to pay for it right now, so I didn't get it, or it wasn't the thing I was looking for. But I just had it on the back burner in case. So I have a few Santas stuck back there. I'm keeping an eye on. Oh yeah, this I like this pink. That looks Hey, my husband's here. That looks kind of natural. What? Okay. You know, I don't know where people are. I don't know why they come tell me what they're doing. I don't know if they're here or not. Yes, I'm loving this little bit of red on top of this. I'm getting I'm getting a really nice. Oh, not there. I don't. No, not so high, man. Come on. I'm trying to keep it kind of low towards the beard area. Oh. I need to get fresh over, but I can't get the paint to do. I mean, sorry, whatever this is. Pastels to do one thing, and then you go to the other side of the face, and see how I can't get it to be as dark. I'm struggling over on this side with the same pattern. What is that about? Why won't it go on? Went on really fine on the other side. Now I'm getting lines. I'm getting issues. Why are you doing this? So if you're like, well, I've never done this before. Neither have I. Not on porcelain. I mean, I did it on the other dolls, but it's just a thing. You see what I'm doing? It's not that hard. It's putting on makeup, people. It's easy. If you can put on makeup, you can do this to a doll. Right? Sure. Why not? I'll give him a little bit more pink on his forehead. Where would you get pink? Get a little bit pinker by your eyebrows. A little bit, a little brush up in there. Yeah, once again, like it better on this side than on this side. Now I like that side better. So it's going to go back and forth. You need a bit more color over here anyway. I think that's why that side looks good. All right. I'm digging it. He looks very natural. He just does. You know what I mean? It looks more like, you know, instead of one side. Wait, let's just get. I'm glad I have this one handy. Come on, people. He's got a little bit more tone. Let me get a better hand on this one so you can see. I mean, this one's not horrible, but the eyes. I think it's mostly the eyes. This one's got a little bit more tone going on, where this one's just one color and then another color for the cheeks. And there's no blends or, you know. Let's say, hey, Nancy, I keep getting interrupted. Oh, there's nothing worse than getting interrupted at work when you're trying to watch a good live stream. I know. No, my son, I know where he works. He's like got a movie going on in the background. He's a guy. It's a good job. But you can just kind of have that, because it's creative time. You know, you got to be, whatever makes you more creative. Come in with some highlights, with some whites, just to see what happens. That helps. Let me just pick up my whole pencil and do it. Yeah, the white's really not showing up that much. I do want to highlight his wrinkles, but I can't get in there very well with a brush, so I'm going to go find my pencil that I was so fond of a minute ago, but I can't see it. There it is. I've got two colors. This one is called, no color. Go back to that. This one's my Bartia. I like that color. I'm just going to kind of come in and draw his wrinkles in his eyes with that. His little bags. It's like, thanks for bringing that out. Yeah, I'm just following the lines that they're carved in him. I might go ahead and do his wrinkle brow while I'm at it. I see the little wrinkles a little bit better. I'm sorry, Santa. I'm giving you some wrinkles. Now these you can also come in. I had another brush I like better. It's kind of, what's that one? Oh, I like this one. I know my brushes are all, I have a million brushes. There you go. No, but I like this one. This is the brush. It's just small and it's soft. I can do stuff with it that I can't really get in with some of the thicker brushes. Maybe some brown up in there too. Kind of make his eye a little bit more hooded. Go around that nose. So things that I have bought, like I had bought a doll at a thrift store at Rolling Hills, you know, for a couple of dollars, like $2 or $3. I don't know, because the glasses it had on. If you go find those glasses, try to buy those glasses, you can pay a couple bucks for them anyway. And you got shoes, so yeah, I'm just giving him more dark around his eyes, a little bit more depth. I'm gonna get that up going again with your nose. I may end up having to draw. Don't blow on my nose, going everywhere. I'm gonna go in and draw his nose. I don't like it being just so random. I'm just trying to shadow it to make it look kind of, but then no, I come back in thinking I got to make it more actual nose looking. I don't know why. It was bugging me, okay? It was weird and it was bugging me, and I want a nose, but I'm not doing it black because that's just not gonna work. I guess I like that. Why do you always get one side right and the other side's kind of weird? I drop stuff all the time. So bad that last night I was working with these very fragile ornaments. Yes, the ones in the video. I dropped it, and I dropped one, and it was, I had just had this premonition that I better put something down where I was working. I was working on tile, and I put some stuff and it landed on the padding. So yeah, it's like getting better nostrils. It's bugging me. Gotta do it. Gotta fix that. Wait a minute. I want this brush for this job. Maybe some browns. Oh, it's gonna be worth it. It'll be worth it. Just, you know, like I said, you want it to be special. People go, oh, your Santa's so pretty. You go, think I did it myself. They're like, what? I did. And that's all it takes. But if you don't, it's like this guy right here. This is all painted. He's not, I mean, I was playing around with him with some other stuff, but originally I just got the paints out and a little brush and just painted his face. So it's I'm just trying different things with different Santas. The most fun is going to be the actual assembly where you're putting all the cute stuff on them and toys and collecting good toys for your Santas and ornaments and trees. Got to give them a tree. And if you're already making kind of miniature stuff anyway, well, then you're halfway there, right? I'm going to make his nose a little bit longer. It just doesn't have a good shape. It's just, I mean, well, Santa's got to be that old chubby nose on the end. Not necessarily. You can have a little bit longer. Let's see, give him a little bit more dimension there. Yeah. What color eyes? I don't have a good light blue, do I? I have a nice dark blue, though. Let's see what colors I have. Let's see, what is it? Trying to watch the video community on YouTube. They have weekly sales. Yeah, so I don't know. I could try it. My biggest concern is shipping so high. You know, you really got to work out that shit. I like this pencil better. That's like a good eye color. And this one's is a oh, these are my Kimberly's. I think my Kimberly's in with my DeWitts. This is DeWitt. I don't know whatever brand that is. Yeah, so Kimberly was the one that one of the artists was using, and I kind of liked them. I said, oh, okay, I'll get some of this. And I did. But the Crayolas were amazing. This one's actually doing really good on this stuff. On the porcelain. Porcelain's doing well because porcelain's already got a really big tough texture anyway. Now his eyes are so, one of them's really squinting compared to the other. Man, it can be challenging to draw that both eyes. His eyes are not even. Not even. One is much bigger. And that's just, I mean, that's not me drawing it. That's the actual sculpt. So there's that. What time is it? 2 hours. Let's see. I have a whole bunch of Christmas stuff for sure. I mean, that would be kind of interesting because it's like one big theme. People are always looking for Christmas. Maybe I could do that. Try this color white again. Bring my white back around. Oh no, you can't see what I'm doing, but I can't either. If I do that, I want that eye to be softer blue than what I did it. Come on. Oh, some ideas. I think. So what I'm gonna do with my eyes. Now I actually look at see the eye sculpts are actually bigger. This one's a bigger eye. Like that one's smaller than the other one. I'm looking at the sculpt and I'm like, why is that so off? So this is gonna be interesting. I do need to get the eyeballs the same size because they would still be the same size. Gonna have to do some finessing around the shading and all that to make it look like they're the same size. Well, you know how it is. The older you get, the less of the white you see. I must be really young because I got a lot of white. Yeah. Yeah. Big eyes. Nope. I'm going to use brown right now. I can come back and paint the black and look see where I want my pupils to go. All right, then the story with the pupils is you actually want big pupils because it looks more affectionate. Because when you see something you love, they say, you know, your pupils get big. And so you want loving looking eyes. So you definitely want your Santas to have big pupils so that they look like they love you. And they're happier. Yeah. I don't know. They're working with these pencils really hard in this teeny tiny area. Not designed for that. And brown is not a good eye color for the middle of your eye. By the way, but I don't want to get the paint out just yet. No, I got to sharpen this. My very nice, oh yeah, my other pencil sharpener, by the way. Oh, here's one. If you watched in previous videos for my live and confessions, get a good pencil sharpener. I broke my little case for this, but this is one of those from Germany, and it is good. And this is, like these are some seriously sharp blades. It comes with extra blades, and I don't know who makes this one. Hang on. KUM. Yeah, that's the name. You want a good sharpener. Now, my pencil is really old, and so the older your pencil gets, I think I've had these for 20 years, yeah. More. Oh my gosh, 30. I bet this one I've had for 30 years. Yeah. So it's the drier the pencils get dry, the wood gets dry, and they're very hard to sharpen. So we're going to see if I can pull it off. I think I've been carving on this with a knife before, but yeah, I couldn't find my good ones. If you have Prismacolor makes a good one to go with theirs, but they're typically made in Germany. Ah, Jerry, you put in your trash can. It's not gonna be good. It's gonna be stuck with garbage. Yeah, cause I'm gonna show you something. If you can see, yeah, see how great? See how it's like just splintering up? Yeah, that happens. Well, I mean, it is 30 years old. What did you expect? Come on, getting old and dried out. We don't know anybody like that, do we? Hey, but still got my point. I still got it. I'm going to use the white to blend, actually. The colors in. Okay. So remember I said let it sit for 24 hours and all that? Now the problem is coming up. It is actually scratching off of the pencil's scratching off. Down, you know, it's scratching the stuff off because I'm really putting too much pressure on it. It doesn't like that at all, so don't do that. You know, I was trying to use that to kind of blend that in. I'm just going to use watercolor now. I mean, it's watercolor, so I'm going to use the paint brushes to kind of blend my colors in instead. Brilliant. What a brilliant idea. Maybe a little bit of white. Pastel. See what I can come up with. Yeah, maybe. Too much brown? A bit too much brown. Oh, I did that good, didn't I? Yeah, I scratched it all the way down to the thing. Not good. Okay, gotta go. See ya. Thank you for coming by. I don't think I'll be here at 2 in the morning, but I'll probably be on Robin's at 2 in the morning. That, oh my gosh, we are crazy. Reminds me, what is Fabi doing right now? She must be busy. She comes to my evening ones anyway. I think she's at time. Yeah, so one eye I kind of made it a little bit bigger, and it's that weird big eye. It's just bigger. I think I can clean it up, though, if I try. And make it look smaller. And then I'm blend this one in a little bit better. My studio's cold today because I can't find my painting jacket. I mean, my painting shirts. They're on their dirty clothes. Kind of behind on that as well. Yeah, so doing with the paint with the watercolor is pretty easy because it's easier to fix it. And I really need to get the black in there. That's going to help a lot. Get rid of that. So once I get this paintbrush involved, it kind of changes how you do things. It's kind of soft, but I do want to bring the black in. I really do, and I really want these eyes to pop more. I'm gonna have to go get my Tide Pool. The only thing I could do close to that is to take some just blue and try to mix a good blue for my eyes. I think I like my eyes painted more. It's just they're clear. They're just so much brighter when they're painted. But I do have an issue. So back to my little, like Mary Kay. Yeah, Mary Kay. I got love these. And I'm going to go straight up Snow White or whatever weird white this is over here. Gotta go check my son's schoolwork. Yes, you better. That would be a good idea. I'm just going to put a little bit of blues. This dark blue. I'd rather have my other blue, but I don't want to step over all the Santas that are down at my feet now. Oh, this is going to be hard. That is a dark blue, man. Woo! We'll see what we can do. That is really dark. Sorta, kinda. That color, by the way, was called, what's it called? Denim blue. And these are the Delta ceramic coats. Also a Plaid product. Or distributed by Plaid. Oh, I guess the blue that I put down there is looking really light. I may have to put some more in it now because the blue I put down was so dark. Used to get my paint out of my lid right there. Oh, I don't know. Let me see about that. How much more do you need? My blue needs something else in it. It's a very gray. See, I mixed it with white and it turned really kind of gray. Where maybe if I'd used a mid-tone color, like a neutral color, probably would have gotten a little bit of a different look. But we're gonna try it. Actually, I kind of like your eye that line over there. Oh Lord, man, now you're looking evil. I'm with you today, Santa. I'm just painting right. I want some of that blue from the pencil to still show. You're weird. Okay, I see what you're doing. Things do not dry fast enough, do they? When you want them to. I don't really look because I haven't done the black part yet. The brown's looking creepy. I don't want to show you that. It's just creepy. I'm going to redo that. I'm going to go black on that. And this is why I don't buy big bottles anymore. I've had this forever, but they just get so nasty. I don't know why. I don't take care of my bottles any better. Got too much to do. Maintenance is hard. What is this color? This is Licorice. I'm going to use Licorice by Folk Art because I like, it's a little bit grayer. It's not as black. It's got a little tinge of a gray color to it. I don't know. Weird. And kind of roll it out on my brush. Yeah, I just stuck it in there to kind of put some on my brush, but I want a very thin. Now this is where you could use, this is where one of these tools may come in handy. If I had one that had a good dot. I'm gonna try this old, this one is the one that came with my carving stuff. Like, oh, yeah, so I'm gonna try this one so I get a good dot going. Versus a paintbrush, because paintbrushes are very flexible. Okay, I want it bigger because that looks weird. I want you to have a big one. Can't see. I need really good glasses. That's part of my problem. I need better glasses for seeing tiny things. Now, I was out here one day working on a doll for like 2 hours just on eyeballs because I get so weird about them, how I want them to look. And this is part of it, guys. I may be here 2 hours later still working on the other eye, but that's more the goal. And then I'll put a highlight in there. Just give that pretty bright blue. Let's see what my other one looked like. Yeah, let's see, I don't know. Just lifeless, like a doll's eyes. Something's just not working. You see what I'm saying? But this one's, he's kind of creepy, but kind of like old man. And I don't have his eyeliners and eyelashes and all done. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is my blue. Put that over here. Get the black. Let's see what I'm doing. I don't know if it does much better than just toothpicks or whatever I was using. And now now they're not that easy to clean either. The rubber ones. Oh no. My eyes look kind of painted. See, that's like nice. A little bit harder to do. Perfectly. Especially when you're out of practice. I go around painting eyeballs all day. I'm not a factory. Oh, so I was doing a Monster High doll, and I was like, okay, her first eyes I did, I said, looks like somebody, they got done that way in the factory. I just couldn't, not that they were perfect. They were just too, I don't know, just something wasn't working. They just didn't look organic enough, you know. I guess they looked like, yeah. So after all working on them and getting them just right, I said, I don't like them. So there they went. Last time was a whole new story. But yeah, 2 hours gone too. Had worse happen. I'm going to give him a bigger pupil. I want to just try that. Even though I got your pupil just the way I wanted it, I'm going to make it bigger. It's supposed to look really happy and sweet. Yeah, I kind of like the rubber tips. I mean, I have a pretty big one right now. I could have gotten a smaller one. I think it's not a bad idea. So one thing with, because his eye is kind of hanging, his eyelids hanging, you're not going to do like a full circle for the iris. It's going to be, you know, the top part of it's cut off. So you got to remember that is something I think a lot of people who just, you know, let me say that one again. Yeah, it's just a circle. No, it's not. It's cut off the top. No, it's fine. That one's fine. Got to remember that though. I'll give you a little bit more blue back. Yes. So, but the real trick is the eyelids. Yes. What? What's up? That's a con. It's trash. I guess I see my trash can. It's way over there. I know.
Trash can.
That did not help. All right, so I'm gonna put some. Don't do the highlights right now. I'm dry. I think I'm just gonna kind of work on his eyeliners. You know, his eye around his eyes. I'm going with black. I was gonna go with black and white, but yeah, I'm mixing it. I want it gray. I don't want it white. I don't want that dark because it didn't work on the other one. I think gray's gonna work better. My paint is nothing's pure. This is almost empty. That's why I don't mind sticking a black brush in there to get my color. Oh my gosh. So I'm just mixing up some gray and let's see what happens. No, don't throw me in it because it's dry. I must concentrate. Dead air. That makes a difference. Yeah, I like that gray I made too. It's pretty. Yeah, so it's I'll give him a little, just a little light lash line there. Let me do the other side. I mean the bottom side. This is where I get to kind of balance out these two eyes that really aren't the same size. I'm trying, as you can see, but I do see a little problem with that one over there. I definitely need to work on. Oh, you really have to have, you were going this thin with this paint, you've got to have a little bit more water in it. It's got to be pretty thin paint to go, to flow the way you want it to. Yeah, I gotta go back and make that. I gotta make that pupil bigger on this side. Yeah, that one sculpt is just so much bigger. It's more open, and I'm trying to make it look close, but I'm just making it look not so good. Not working. Some more gray in there. And that's what these are so handy for. Get rid of that. I don't know. I'm really having to work with this sculpt on this one. I'm gonna try something. Good thing I got these pencils. I'll put some highlights around it, see if that helps this side. Yeah, that a little bit. I mean, it's just like, you know, I'm trying to close up one eye, make the other one more open, but I think it's still looking really close on that side. Like I said, it took a little bit more concentration on this part. Hey Helen, how you doing? I'm working on these Santas. It's just some crazy. You need to do one of these. You need to get your Santa and make him look real pretty and fixed up some, you know, better than what they would look coming from my store. But these are like thrifted Santas that I have. And I'm kind of running into a problem with this one because one of the eyes is a different size than the other one. And I'm really having a hard time getting them to look the same size because I mean I know mine aren't the same size, and he's older, so his probably wouldn't be anyway, but still he's a doll, and still that if you were sculpting him he probably wouldn't have eyes that were the same size anyway, but you kind of want the eyeballs to be the same size, and I'm working on that too. And it's like a little bit of, you know, touchy painting going on. I know what I want. Yeah, that's the thing. Just like string up. Just like dot, 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 dot till I get it right where I want it. I can't just paint like a big thing. I gotta kind of pounce it in there. All right. What's going on with this eye, man? Come on. I don't know. I can spend hours on eyeballs. They gotta have that look. They just gotta be the perfect look. Don't want to scare you off, but you can do it. It's just gotta take some time. Yeah, especially when I haven't done eyes in a while. Let's see. I know. And I'm so like asymmetrical. I'm just so my whole face. Why am I worried about the doll? Man, I'm completely off. Yeah, I should be worried about my own face. Oh, my brush too wet. Don't do that. Too much water, not enough paint. I love how this one eye looks great. I think it's really pretty, and the other one's like, you know, it's not playing. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I know what it is about. It's about not doing it and then sitting down thinking, oh, I'm just gonna whip this thing right out. No, you haven't done this in forever, so your eyes are gonna be a little bit. And plus, I'm working 3D. And that 3D surface, I know the challenges that poses. When you want something to look one way, it's going to it's going to follow that shape that you've got. You know, your third dimension shape, and you're going to have a little bit more trouble than just on a piece of, like you're drawing on a piece of paper, because it is hitting that line. You know, I'm trying to make this eye look smaller, like than the hole is, and part of that is I'm hitting that edge. So. My so Helen, I'm doing like no spend November, so I can't go shopping again, but it's basically don't shop for me. If you go shop for other people, because it's holidays coming up, you want to spend on other people, you want to do stuff for others. So I see so many good things I want, though. I'm like, I want that Santa. I want that angel. I want that whatever. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Such denial. It's like being on a diet for sure, because it does take some. Okay, I'm going to deal with these eyeballs. That's all there is to it. You're just going to have to happen. All right, so yeah, the little beady weird eyes. I still have to put the whites in, and I know his eyes really, really light. I wonder what this white's going to look like. When I add the white, what is going to happen? Let's see. Really don't have much left room for whites on this side. Like I said, this is one I'm trying to make bigger. Yep, and that one you're trying to make a little smaller. I know in real life people don't have big old white eyes. Your eyes aren't really white. They're very neutral color. I mean, they just look white, but they're really like so much color going on in there. It's not even funny. Okay, so let's see what we did. Let me get this a little bit, another touch right there. That help? Is that helping? Ding! Like the lies. Yeah, brighten them up. I am not done, but I will probably go back with a pencil and kind of hit him with some more, like another color or something. Just give him a little bit more, wow, Go ahead and give him some, little flashes in his eyes. Just for fun. To me, that's the best part. Ding! It looks so much happier now. Yeah, there you go. We haven't done your eyebrows, Santa. I don't know. I'm kind of liking this natural thing going on here too. I think I want a lot going on with those eyebrows. So I'd use some pink pencil around that one eye. I need to kind of reproduce that look on the other one. That's all about getting back to your symmetry. Yeah, if you're going to do it on one side, might as well do it on the other. Make a match. I'm about to drop my head. It's about to roll on my lap. Okay. Clean up my brushes. Cleaning brushes time. I'm running out of breath. Okay. Let me know when you're back. Pink. Here. Yeah, even the way he's smiling is different on that side. Now that I look at it. So, best tools to have, once again, if you weren't here before, are these little makeup wipes. Oh my, I mean, applicators, they're great. They blend, they do so many cool things. And I guess that rubber tip thing would do some of these things that I'm doing. I didn't like that pink being so pink, so I'm trying to blend it in just a tad. Need a little bit more brown under here. Sorry. Then we kind of you get to get in and give them some personality with a little bit more shading. I really need to go spray. Or I'm gonna get something I really like going, and then I'm gonna mess it up. And then I'm going to lose it when I try to clean it up. Come on. Yeah, so now you just kind of have fun. I mean, I got those eyes in. I can do some shading, give it a lot more personality that way. Then you get to get all the subtleties of how he's smiling, and you know, give him that little dark and then the little laugh lines, make them more, you know, show up more. Like one side is just a sculpt, because I can tell if you know anything about ceramics, the more you pour, the more you lose detail. And so this was definitely something that was poured a lot, and this side has lines for the eyes and the other side doesn't, because it's just, you know, worn out. So what I'm doing now is just trying to make it look like he's got the laugh lines on the other side as well. But also keep him kind of, you know, painterly in a way that's, so we'll go ahead and redo. I don't want him to look like he came out of a factory like this. I want him to look one of a kind, right? Right? Is that a goal today? Yes, we're making these one of a kind. I'm going to darken my shadows on him, because I just think he needs a little bit more creases. And I can always come back in with the eraser and take off what I don't like. Some personality. Yeah, even his eyebrows. One side he's got like carving into his eyebrow, the other side he doesn't, because it's just worn off. I mean, it's just, you know, the mold just got old. I need some highlights for your eyes. Okay, pull out. That's why I was a little bit worried about not spraying it. Now when I wanted to go back and do some erasing, I take it all the way down to the back. That's what I had done. So I do need a spray. Need a break for that. And I may set him aside for a while. Let me find that brush? Yeah. My flesh color back in here. I can come pick it up later. I mean, you know, one thing about working with pastels and Mr. Super Clear and all that, better be at a place that you don't care if it, you know, get rid of everything you don't like, and it's always easier to build it back up than it is to take it off once it's got spray on it. Let me see. You're going in the trash, but the trash is over there. Trying to think about what I want to do now before I put him away for a while. I want to clean up his white. I kind of got a little bit too much brown on the actual eyebrow. Not liking it. Yeah, as I was trying to draw the other side, because it's like I said, this one doesn't have creases in it like the other one does, and it looks weird. Yeah, somebody else come see me. What? I'm so popular at my house. What?
Need to go.
You need to go? You leaving?
Pretty much.
You are?
Beach.
I can't. Can you? Over those Santas. Just slide your foot into it.
Scared.
No, whatever. Bye. Have a good trip.
Thanks.
Have fun. Eat good places.
Try.
Night, love. Be safe. Talk to him later. He's driving. Okay, so I'm cleaning these up. Some. That was my husband. Yep. Anyway, I am good. I'm giving this guy a break for a minute. Let me do one more thing and then I will. Because he just kind of needs to be sprayed. He really does. Back up. Yeah, I'll leave him alone. Ta-da! So I'm going to let him sit because I do need to build up a little bit more color and I wanted to spray him. And I wanted to go back to this guy who got neglected over here. And this was the one that had the big chip in his face, and where the glue was all up in his face, and I didn't like it. And I'm looking at my paint, and it soaked in where that chip of his original paint, you kind of see it around his mouth, like this area is really pink. But it's not bad. I mean, it's kind of way I guess your face would do anyway. But I'm going to see if I can't add, I'm going to stiff brush for this one. Let's see, stiff brush. No, that's not good. Too much stuff on my desk again. Too much stuff. I like this one. This one's stiffer and shorter, so I can get a little bit more control. Just with me. I'm gonna try to. This one do to brighten up his face. I have to be real careful because of the fur. I can't really do anything with the fur. Yeah, I don't like that. It's gonna have to be painted again. Yeah. So so if you weren't here for the earlier part, this particular Santa was painted a literally death pallor. I mean, my hair's like really falling over here. It was so gray and gross, but that wasn't the problem. His beard and mustache were glued on so horribly. Now it's falling again. Okay, it's coming down because I can't do anything with it. It was glued on, and what happened was when I pulled the beard off, it just like pulled the paint off with his face, and it was like it was up over his nose even. So he had like a big chip in his face, big paint chip. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna repaint it and make it even cuter. And he was just, wasn't that great. I mean, he was fine. I didn't pay much for him. And he's an artist original, and I'm sorry. But yeah, you messed up on him, and I fixed him, and I'm fixing him even better. So he's in better hands now. I'm just getting right out of the tube, guys. Now, this is the Delta Ceramic Coat, because I had mixed one, and I decided it was fine. The color's okay, but it was kind of, when you see it's kind of pink, which is fine. I mean, it could kind of be pinky because those are cheeks, but I was going to come back and add that with another. So this is actually kind of pale. I don't know if I want to use it. Well, it's a lot better than it was that gray color. That was not good. But he's a really sweet little Santa, and he's tiny, and I can put him with a pretty sleigh that I have. The Santa's got a really nice nose and everything. So sad you covered it all up with the mustache. Come on. And that was a lot easier. Get in there. Yeah, I do wish I had a place that you could see better what I was doing. We tried to work that out, but it didn't happen. Yeah, I just really want, he's so pale, so pale. He needs a little bit more of the other nude. Okay, so that's Flesh, and then this one is also called Flesh. By, this is an older Apple Barrel product, and that's an old folk art, which is apricot cream, but I was just kind of comparing. That was the same color. But I'm going to put the apricot cream, maybe. No, still Flesh. But they're very close. Kind of weird. I think it was maybe just a rename. They didn't want you to put Flesh down, you know, for a color. Or it'd be a Caucasian color. So they just changed it to apple. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. So I'm basically just dabbing the little bit of the new other Flesh color. Like I said, these paints, some of these paints are like 20 to 30 years old. They just have had them forever. Just kind of give them a little bit. Pink you up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit helped. A little bit. Give me a little bit more on your nose. Yeah, I could do this all day. Don't get me started. Okay, stop painting painting him this color. I don't want it to be too much pink. All right, so you're going back over here to dry again. All right, so one thing I was supposed to do today, my list of many things of projects going on. I'll take a little break from that. So what I have, a lot of mending to do. So I have this Santa right here who has a big chunk out of his arm, but he was this way when I got him. So I don't know if I want to use wood filler, which I found. My wood filler, I don't think it's going to matter what I use, but I also have a spackling to use. Oh, you know what? I'm not using wood filler, and the reason it's brand new, but I don't want to use it because I have another project that's going to need a lot of wood filler. I would rather be fresh for that one. I'm going for the spackling. I think they'll be fine. I think. You think it'll be okay? And this is old, and look, don't ever buy a big thing of spackling stuff. And this is actually called Dry Decks. And I need a tool to get it out. What do I know? What do I want to use for this? I know what I want to use. I don't know if I can get to it. Oh, this is good. All right, so one of the things, I grab anything that looks like a tool. This is one of those little nut picks. This actually came from like this antique nut, whatever. And this is really getting dry, guys. I'm gonna put paint water in there. But yeah, so I'll grab anything that looks like a tool and say, okay, I bet I can find a use for it. And that was great because then I could just scoop it out. Isn't that cute? It's just so cute. And I can kind of work with it. And look, I got this pointy end that I can work with as well. So that's going to be fun. And this is where those rubber tools come in really handy that came with the carving stuff. That's why I thought it was kind of weird that people were using them for, I thought it was, you know, some people, they were brushes, and I thought these were carving tools. But hey, either way, whatever makes you happy. So that was really handy to get this out. And I'm going to try this tool right here, which is the silicone. I don't know why, I just feel like I can stick it in the water. But I have mended so many Santas over it. Just, oh, Christmas every year. I've got a pile of things that I don't know how they get broken. But, you know, just other things sitting on top of them, I guess. Get little chips, little paint chips, little weird things like that. So, I have a whole pile of stuff that needs to be mended because I didn't have time. I really hate that. I hate that they get broken. I hate that I don't have time. Both. I'm just making sure it kind of gets down in there first. I don't know how this dries, if it's going to have any shrinkage, and you kind of want to overdo it because you can always sand it down. Well, hey Marna, we're just making all sorts of doll stuff. Marna, I'd love to see you do something like this. So I've been painting Santas in different ways. This one was plastic, and I just had just painted him, and he has I know, he's creepy. He's so creepy. He was already creepy. I'm just, trying to work on him. And this one I did mostly with pastels, but I did paint the eyes. And I do need to add, he's kind of not taking color, so he needs some Mr. Super Clear. Although I did start him with Liquitex. You can take all of their paint off, like this one right here. You can take all this off with acetone, just like the dolls. And then you can start from a white face. And then I just had put some stuff on there. So anyway, this right here is patching up a hole on him that he had like a little chip out of him. And I got him this way at Rolling Hills. And I just think he's adorable. And nobody else wanted him. I mean, it was probably real cheap too because he was damaged. So I kind of want to overdo it and then come back later because I don't know how much this is going to shrink, and clean him up later. I know what you're saying. Honestly, I was spending a lot of time making videos, like working on my computer, and of course it's crashed, so I'm having all these problems with it now. And it was crashing. My iMovie keeps shutting down on me and things like that. And then when you turn it back on, it just spins. It's kind of making me cry. So I just needed a creative break because I realized I had not been out in my studio doing anything. Well, since last Tuesday, but was I even in here Tuesday, or did I do something else Tuesday? Anyway, that was, so I'm going to let that dry. A lot of drying going on today. You can stick right there. And what was the other thing? Patching. Okay, so I have a pile of stuff right here that I'm going to go ahead and patch up. I love this ornament. He's just beautiful, but he has got severe paint chips on him, and he actually has a hole right there. So I'm hoping, I know it's going to be hard because he's a pretty good hole. I know, I'm hand sewing now for a collab. Yeah, wait, and thank you. Well, just listen along. You don't have to watch, you can just listen. Look up every now and then. I know how that is. I know how that hand sewing is. And I know, I got to still work on my girls. My girls sitting there naked. But I kind of been in a better place now to get in there. I got Halloween to put up. I'm still putting up Halloween. And I was trying to do that before my husband left because I wanted him to, put him up in the attic. But my son's here. He can help me with that. Do that. So we'll do that. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm trying to be organized. Why? It's almost worse when you're organized and you want everything like, you need to go in this box. You need to go in that box. Yeah, you'll never get it done. Okay, so, and then the rest of it, he does have this weird glitter that I don't have. And that's what I really worry about touching him up because I may have it. I've got a lot of glitter. So you see that kind of weird glitter he's got? It's that real flat kind, and I've got to deal with that too. So when I go touch him up with the paint, and I've got to figure out how I'm going to re-glitter him on those areas, patchy areas. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that hole. It's going to be hard to patch. I'm using a nut tool, like when opening up, cracking nuts. I think it's called a nut pick, actually. All right, so I'm going to let that dry, too. Get some of that extra. I'll wipe the extra off later, kind of fill in that crack. It wasn't really a crack, it's more of a paint chip. And that's a paint chip, but it's still rough. I don't know, took more than paint off. Smooth, give me a little extra on there to smooth out. Yeah, so this is just spackling. And I'm just kind of making those holes, those chips look a little bit better. I'll come back and work on that later. That's why nothing gets done, so I always got to do it later. I love this little... He's so cute. Well, what are you here for? I thought I fixed you. Got your thing. Got that. Huh, forgot. Oh, you know what it was? He's missing his tree, but I don't know why you're in here if you're missing your tree. I just need to go get you a tree. So he has like a hole where I think a tree went in there. Oh, it was his nose. His nose broke off, and I stuck a toothpick up in his nose. I can see it now. He speaks. I gotta go. But I had the tree. All right, so what I did, he was showed this at the beginning. So I want to tell you, people in these trucks, I just want you to know I'm way ahead of y'all. I've had this for years and years. Oh, got a piece of doll hair in it. All right, I got this old truck. Let me put him down quick so I can get a better grip. Yeah, look, he's so cute. He's all chipped up, and he's like a, Matchbox size, but he's by a different company. But how adorable is my truck? So I've had this for a long time. I'm talking... where did I get this? I mean, it's Rolling Hills, but it's like Rolling Hills from early 2000s. So yeah, that kind. The reason I was thinking about, I was working, because I saw someone had a Volkswagen like this, and they had tied one of these little, bottle brush trees at the top of the Volkswagen. It was an old Volkswagen. I said, oh my gosh, I've got to find me some old cars. And then I found this. So yeah, isn't that adorable? So, and he has like a little sign on this side that's all gone. But I need to glue this in, and I don't really want to glue it in. I was kind of like, kind of thinking of another way to put it in. But yeah, this guy, he needs one of those trees, and I have some tiny ones. They're out here in my barn. That's why he's out here, because he got to get fixed. And I just hadn't fixed him. So one thing I've done in my many weird things that I've done in my life, I got her that way, and she's just sticking. I don't think I'm going to paint her right now, so stick her to the side, even though she's adorable. I don't want to paint her. Don't want to do it. I made chalkware Santas, and so these are some of the molds that I had. Now, this one, he's actually not a mold. This one came from a lady in New York from Antique Chocolate Molds. So two of these are from Antique Chocolate Molds, like this one. I actually need to finish them. I just never finished painting them, and that one got chipped. Well, it's just the paint. It's not the mold. I mean, he's fine. And then I have this one that I actually cast from a reproduction chocolate mold. And so I started him, didn't finish him. And then I have, because I actually have all three of those painted. I just had two of them. And then I had this guy I was working on and just quit working on. I don't know. He's just in here. He kind of needs finishing. I don't know why I didn't finish him. He's tiny. He has a tiny face. Oh, so hard to paint. Don't want to talk about it. And then have another mend back here. And this guy right here is beautiful. And I see the side of his head. I'd started it. His top of his hat got chipped. And he came that way. I got him at Rolling Hills or something. So he's kind of at the point where he needs to be carved out. Carve that part off to see if it works. Real cute. Use the blue. I don't know what the blue stick stuff is. What is the, what is the blue stick stuff? Use that blue stick stuff. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like like you put on the walls. That is a good idea. I don't have any right now. I don't think. But that is a good idea. Yeah, I kind of like that, because I wouldn't have to keep it in there all the time. Although I probably will keep it in all the time. I don't know. I have water. I need to drink my water. So, there's that. Not a sponsor. My bubbly. So, yeah, now I'm going to have this all in my lap, but I'm going to have to carve that hat back. Oh, I don't want that tool, though. I want a real carving tool. One of my favorite tools of all times are these. I have had more fun with these things. I don't know how well this stuff carves. If you've ever carved into spackle, does it carve? Does it even? I don't know. Yeah, it does. I'm afraid it's going to break off when it gets kind of tiny like that. I do pretty a little bit. Now, guess what my problem is with this thing? Look at this paint. How in the world? I'm not going to be able to reproduce that look. I don't have metallic paint. Do they make acrylics? Oh, you know what? I know what I could do. I could do silver over it, maybe, and then red. I don't know if it would work, but like a glaze. Because it's almost like a silver, and then, to get a bit that metallic look. Like a glittery silver. Does that sound like it would work? Gonna find out the hard way by doing it. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, so the tip of I don't know what the tip of this hat looked like. I kind of made up one. I just made it where the hat was kind of falling over to the side, and I really don't. I'm just making it my own. But he's a real cute little Santa. But I don't, yeah, I kind of maybe got carried away. It's been a while since I did this. When I found another Santa I had worked on, and then I don't know, it fell and it broke. His hand broke off. I was like, oh. After I'd worked on fixing part of him, and his hand broke, and I can't find the hand anywhere. So I'm not gonna make his hand. He's gonna end up in the garbage, which is like, darn it. And I'd worked on him. Worked on his little. He's an old one. He was made by. Oh, who made that? It was House of Hatton, and yeah. And that's why I was trying to preserve him, because they don't make them anymore. And that's kind of my thing I collect. Yeah, so this will carve down nicely. I'm gonna be at it a while. This is gonna be a long process, because you have to be careful not to get so excited you end up snapping it off. But I think I could sand it down too, and that would take a lot of it off as well. So I have a 220. I have 100 right here. I'm the worst on paper. Oh yes, just rip it up. Okay, is it going on the bottom? Oh yeah, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, put it on the shoes. On these little things that go, I put in my shadow boxes. I have used that before, so I know I don't have any, because I was looking for it to see if I had some stuff. Because people walk by I have one in the hall, my shadow box, and they hit it and knock the stuff off. So it has been really handy for that. My stuff in the hall gets hit all the time. People are always walking down the stairs with something. And they run into the walls. What is that about? Oh, this is going to be a big mess. I can tell. I don't know why I fix things. I don't really know why. I think it's part of it is like, I don't know, just some connection with it. It's weird. I can't even describe it. So, like just most people just throw it away, or they donated it. This came in a goodie bag from Rolling Hills, broken. And I was done see like that little other Santa right there. I put him over there that I had mended. Just came out of it was just there. It was like, I bought him on the shelf, but didn't pay anything for him. It's so cute and weird. So I have some wood Santas somebody carved. I have like a bunch from this artist, and I bought them in a lot, but 3 or 4 of them have where he had carved their hands to do something, and they chipped. They ended up breaking at that point, probably when he was doing them, but he went and painted them or whatever. But the hands are kind of messed up, and I wanted to kind of fix the hands to look like, and put something in them. So that's why I didn't want to use my wood filler just yet, because I got to get those things together. But yeah, so he would have like a hand that was like, sort of carved like this, but then like they were broken open like that. And I thought maybe I could kind of seal them up. And then I don't know how they're going to hold though. I wonder if that will work. So yeah, I'm just knocking down this with sandpaper, and then I'll smooth it out some more. Yeah, I don't have like it'd be cute if I had like a little bell on the end. Oh, you got too much going on that side anyway. You're fine. Yeah, I'm hoping this idea I have with maybe the silver will work. Because I don't know if I would ever be able to get a red metallic that matched it. Even if somebody quit doing that. That's a bad habit. We used to get in trouble in art for blowing on our pastels and blowing on our charcoal. And yet I still do it. So see, sorry teacher. It didn't stick, whatever you tried to teach me. And it's a good reason for it though. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do this today and then go sew tonight when I kind of had, a little peace and quiet around the house. I could just sit and watch TV or watch somebody. Hey, watch a live stream. I do like the live streams. I don't know why. They're more entertaining than TV. I'm serious. Well, they're definitely more entertaining than a lot of shows on TV. I'll say that because they're so raw and original. Yeah. There's nothing scripted here. I do like to carve. And this kind of gave me a chance to kind of play with it a little bit. And this is great. This is really soft. You can kind of put some details in it and all that. Okay. Let's get rid of some of this extra build up here and there. Oh, and I have to go look for, I gotta do some DIY projects tomorrow. I just got a weird message. So earlier we were talking about, should I do a, well, Helen, are you still up or did you have to leave? I think Helen left. I don't know. Helen, are you still on here? About doing a live, if I do a live sale? I don't know if I want to do that. I kind of do. But I got to get a lot more people showing up, because not, what are the chances y'all would want to buy anything? You know, 4 or 5 people come on. I mean, you think more people show up because of that? Because they want to buy, look for stuff to buy? All right, so yeah, that's what I did. I got this part done. So don't throw out your old Santas just because they got a little chips. See, we can't fix them. Those are little hearts. It's not their fault they got chipped, right? Here's dust going everywhere. Oh, I have Santas down below me. And they've been in a bag, and now they're getting dusty again. I must have it in my lap. Yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna transfer. You know, go from one thing to another. But let me get some. Have some silver paint. All right, I had one more Santa I was gonna take apart again for a demonstration. How to do this. Let me set this aside. Look, he's down under my feet. Now the reason I want to go ahead and get him taken apart is because I want to put his stuff on his face and let that have some time to set up. So this I had another earlier. I had a Santa that I was showing everybody. I was like, this is the worst. They made a stick out of junk. I mean, like wire, and oh, it's way over there, and like floral tape. Like, just put a stick. Now this guy's stick, no, it's got an actual stick on him. Now he's got a dowel, this is wired around there, and it doesn't want to come off. Ouch! Without a fight. So his stick is glued in his ass. It's kind of twisting though. How are you attached? Yeah, it's glued. Ah, you see that? It's flying everywhere. So at least he has a decent staff on him, but it is a dowel and not like a stick. And I have some pretty cool sticks. It's not coming off his hand. It's got a wire somewhere. Yeah, there it is. It is wired. I found it. There's the wire. Like, how are you holding this so tightly? Oh no, it's all twisty on there too. It is twisty good. I don't have any tools in here, so my fingers. That's why my hands look so bad. They're hands, not tools. Make tools for this, you know? Yeah, it's going to be a struggle getting this off unless I do. If I could have everything I needed right somewhere around me, it would be so nice, but you never know. So I'm constantly walking. I said I would do a better job with the live stream with a GoPro on, because I'm constantly walking around in real life. I'm trying to do everything from here, but that's not how I normally do things. I am all over the place. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of the dowel, but it's better than what the other guy had. And you could do some kind of cute up here. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff on it, so you really don't think about it. It's a dowel. It's a dowel. It didn't change the fact. Now, what I don't like about this one, he's a plastic body. Why did they make these plastic? Give me this. Give it up. This is wired on him as well. Yeah, and I got this on my hands. Great. Yeah, I gotta clean all this up anyway. One of the things that I've used to clean stuff are, I mean, they're so dusty right now anyway. Let me see your handle. Let me just redo that thing anyway. Cutting it off. That's just something, I don't know if it's stitched on or what. Or there's a wire. I'm cutting the fern off. It's like a string. Oh, yep, the string. Very light. Yeah, so this is kind of cute. I really like it with the Santa. This is kind of flimsy, but it's plastic. It's nothing great. It's kind of cute, though. I normally have wipes out here, but I don't have any right now. You can do a lot with wipes. Wipes and vacuum cleaner, you can do a lot. That's not coming off my hands. I like his little coat. I mean, it's simple. It's just flannel. Not flannel. No, it's not even that. Is that flannel? No, it's felt up a little bit. But wouldn't that be cute embroidered? And he's got a wire in his fur so you can kind of shape it. He's got a nice belt. It is cording. It's not a rope. He's got big hands. I do like my Santas to have mittens on. I can either make mittens or I can. I have a couple. I have about maybe. I think I had 10 pair. I'm down a few on my mitten collection that this lady made me. So I hate these. He's glued right here. And I do need. He's glued like in his seam right here, so it's glued together. Ugh, why? And it is glued. It is not coming apart. Not my favorite. So he's stuck in his clothes because I can't get that part out. But I bet I can get that head off. Let me see that head. What you got? What you got holding you on? Oh, he's this kind. So I just did. I'm gonna rip this thing. Rip his head off. Yeah, so it shouldn't be that hard. It should be just like twist his head and it'll pop off. He was looking at me like, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, man. No. He's not coming off. Ugh. It's looking good. That is a tough head right there. Whatever glue they use, they're serious. That's some serious glue. I don't like his beard. That's one of the reasons I'm taking him apart. He has a fake fur beard. I like the real fur. So he's getting a real fur upgrade on him. I have different types of hair. I have the kind you can glue on in segments. I just noticed, I don't think you got a lot of success with that. I think the pelts are the best way to go. And I get my pelts through Moores. I need to put a link in the description. I always forget that part. And then I'll talk about doing it, and then I'll still forget to do it. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go watch that whole video again. What? And this is like 2 hours and something long. What time is it? 5, okay. Ah. And he's got a lot of foam in his head too. I'm getting the scissors. I'm not worried about this hair because this is the hair, the beard. Now let me try something real quick. Let me separate the beard from the fur hat. I don't know. I may have trouble getting this hair off. I have tricks. I have a lot of tricks. Get rid of that problem. You have the strongest glue I think I've ever felt I have had on a doll. Taking a doll apart. I'm telling you, I'll be feeling this later. Oh my gosh. It's not happening. Not happening. I think it's a good idea. If you're going to do any of your little Santas, do them now, because that way you can shop for stuff to put on them all, between now and Christmas. Like I say, decorate my Santas like a tree. They got all sorts of ornaments and things on them. So this guy didn't have a tree. He definitely needs a tree. He needs a bag. He needs just more stuff, too. Okay, so there's that part. Got the head off. I mean, the hat. It's coming off. It's going to do it. It's coming. I'm exhausted. I like the wire in the hat. Not a bad idea. Really isn't. Because, yeah, you can do some fun stuff with that. I'm going to get that foam out. Gonna have to get that hair unglued. I mean, this beard's kind of cool for something, but not what I want it. The way I want this Santa to look. I'll mess with this later. That's just too much work. Okay, your head's coming off. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Don't even. You'll look so much better. I will get this fabric off though. That'll help. So I've got that one head that I still need to figure out how to get it off. It is, I don't know what kind of glue they use. That one, that head is some crazy right there. Oh no, he is just not coming off. He will. I will make sure I just get a saw. I'll get it off. I'm gonna, we're going to give you quit on you for a second. Oh no, here it goes. We found an edge. Is that getting us some wigs off of a porcelain doll? Sometimes they're a little tough. But if you find that edge, you're good. Once you got that edge going, it's all coming off. Yeah. So that part, the coat's out of the way. So what do I need to work on? Yeah, if I saw it off. Now it's just on plastic. Yes, I'm kind of mixed feelings about the plastic bodies. I guess it depends on what I do with the rest of them. Now I have real fur, I have all that kind of stuff. If I had a really, really good one that I thought, oh yeah, you really need an upgrade. But I thought this fur was kind of cute. But if you're doing one Santa and you really want him to look awesome, oh yeah, get your fur coat or something. You can actually buy fur. Doesn't have to be on a coat. Unless you're a vegan and you don't want to do that, which I could understand as well. I can. And they are making better beard products than this too, so it sounds like I'm selling beard products. Things to make Santa beards out of that look much better. Hey, look at the yarn that people are making. Oh man, that's like bad sound. Did you break my tool, man? Oh, that was that separating. It's coming. It's gonna do it. We're gonna get it off. Yes, we are. I had to break my tool doing it. We're gonna get this neck off. So there's a post in here, and that it is some stuck on that post because it's like this one, and it's got that post on the top, and that's what I'm battling right now. That head's going. That part's gonna pop off. I'm serious. I'm cutting your head off because if it came off, it'll go back on. It'll glue back on. Yep, it's a cutter. I have this. I do have a knife. I was thinking like I was thinking a blade, like a box blade. Let me see if this helps. Yeah, it's cut right in there. Oh, so pretty. Just nice and smooth. What am I dealing with here, people? Box blade. I need a box cutter. If I really want to get it off faster. Why am I working so hard on this? Huh. That's what I'm doing. That'll break my blade. All right, gonna need a bigger boat. I'm gonna need a bigger knife for this for sure. But yeah, I can cut it off. But now I got that much of them. Can I just strip you down? Sure, I can. That'll be good. It'll be easier to work on. I can actually stitch stuff on you if I wanted to, or do the little embroidery. I don't know if I want to spend that much time on you, but it would be cute. I got some trim. I'm sure I have a cute trim I can put on here. So if you find one, I have a couple that have cloth bodies. This one just has a bad, like, plastic body. And I don't really like the ones that are, oh, I know, this is one with the sleeves. Yeah, he's not going to come off, is he? But your pants need fixing anyway. Got to re-glue them. They're kind of not hanging on very well. The pants are glued on, but they're loose now. You lost some weight? Okay. elastic, yeah. It's got elastic on his pants. They're good. They'll stay. They'll go back up. I gotta glue that back down. So yeah, and now he's got plastic boots, which I think I would want to paint them or something to make them look a little nicer. But they've got their seams on them, and I have seen where people put fabric and stuff over them. But you know what else would be kind of cute on here? I could do, I want to say epoxy, but you know what I mean? Or I could resculpt them or carve on them or do something, make them look a little bit less like plastic boots. You know what I'm saying? I want to say I wouldn't waste my very expensive Warbler on that, but yeah. Well, anyway, so there he is. So yeah, it's plastic body, and his head's coming off. It's coming off, and that's why I'm kind of tempted to just change his clothes. I mean, just change him into something else. But I think his boots are like all attached. Yeah, it's like one piece. And so the other one I had, this one, he actually has cloth over his, and it's not a bad look. Not too bad. One thing I don't like is it goes all the way around, and I think I would put something around that edge to make it look like that was the sole. And how does yours even put on? Oh, I guess it was before he was assembled. I didn't get that off. How do you even attach? Oh, he's just glued on. We know how hard his glue is. But yeah, I gotta get that head off. And so maybe, what else I need to work? Is there anything else? I do have that one Santa that I was working on, and I set him down in the pile over here, behind me. And I painted his face. Okay, so he had, if you worked earlier, I talked about this. He has this product that was a air dry porcelain, and it was a fail. It cracked so badly. In fact, as I was putting some stuff on him, I noticed he had some tiny little crazing going on. I'm like, really? But I bought this stuff from the lady, and about a year later, I noticed a lot of the things I had made had cracked and just, they were just falling apart. And so I looked her up on the internet because I found out, where I bought it and everything, and she was gone. I don't like the cones. I'll probably pop him off of the cone and put him on maybe a candlestick, because that's just not my fave. And that's what I've done before. I just took an old candlestick and stuck him, on there, and so he'll get a little body upgrade too. But what I wanted to try, now that I painted that, was to see if the pastels and pencils will stick, because they was showing up on the on that little crack. So I quit working on him, and I set him aside so that I could put a coat of paint on him. He's really rough. I mean, I did him, but I didn't do a great job, I guess. I think it just threw it on there. A lot of times you'll do something, go, I'll come back and fix it later, and you don't fix it. Yeah, those things. So I see this. Yeah, this does much better on paint than it did. It's kind of, definitely grabs onto it. So I'm gonna start with just a little bit of the my color of the day is definitely burnt sienna. I have to keep grabbing it for everything, and just kind of pick out some areas, because he's not carved. I mean, I didn't really sculpt him very well. I wanted to keep him really, really simple, because he's just a very simple Santa anyway. And I think I got a little bit more detail than I wanted to. I wanted even less involved than this. And I kind of wanted to keep him kind of rustic looking too. Oh, and like on this little jacket, it's not a very good jacket, but I thought it'd be really cute. Add buttons and things like that. It could be cutened up some. You could be a little bit. But the face, it's all about the face. And he also had a jute rope beard. Nah. And it was just on this stuff. It was just on the little cotton fabric, and he had like 2 dots for his eyes. And I just said, you need a new look. This one's a total change. I'm gonna draw his eyeballs. I'm trying not to make you look mad, because you look like you may want to look a little mad. We got to make you look a little happier, or not evil. Not evil. No, we're not gonna do evil. We're gonna do happy. I hope we're happy. Ooh, I hope so. I had mixed a really pretty blue eye, but I think it all dried up. Let me see. So I'm just kind of putting this in. This is watercolor, and I can come back with my watercolor pencil, and I can definitely fill it in, you know, with some water. I mean, not my pencil, my paintbrush, and fill that in. I don't want to use this really dark brown for your pupils. Now this is so funny. So I'm drawing on this, and I can see my fingerprints where there's a little bit of a resist, and it's where my fingerprints were when I drew him. A little bit more personality. I don't know. I'm just going at this like I don't even know. I have no plan. I think you should maybe have a plan sometimes when you're drawing something. Not me. Not doing it today. Sometimes I just want to get all sketchy. Just have some fun with it. Okay. I did the craziest looking mouth. I wasn't really worried, but I was kind of wanted the bottom lip to show sort of a little bit because you don't really see their mouths except for that weird, this one. He has like creepy mouth. Oh, we couldn't get, don't talk about, he's just creepy. Oh, I hope I can, I'm just trying to save him. Just trying. Make him pretty. But I, yeah. Don't want the mouth to really show because you want it to be more about the hair, the beard and stuff. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. We will see. My blue just completely evaporated for some reason. I do not know. I do not see any of my blue. It all turned brown. When I got that brown going, it just all disappeared. Oh, helps if you can hold on to your brushes. You're going to work on that one because you just kind of killed your blue, didn't you? Yeah, I lost like that whole blue on that side, but yeah, that's good. Keep. Yeah, I'll kind of touch up your nose with some paint. Just want a different look for you. You are so funny. You and your little nostrils. As I'm trying to do different techniques just to see, you know, what all works. I'm trying to create like a shading right here where his beard's gonna, mustache is gonna be. I'm definitely taking advantage of the watercolor. Keep using my apron as my drying towel because where's it? There is a paper towel right here. Could you do that? Gonna measure what? Yes, they do. Say gonna go need measurements. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Like the idea about the sticky stuff. Yeah, just kind of give him some stuff right there. Drop. I don't like that on his nose. Alright, I'm going to give you some shading. I know you're wet. We could see what happens, though. It could be bad. It could be okay. We'll find out once I get a brush I like for this job. Yeah. Just a little bit of a bristle to it, so a little bit firm. Go with brown. Actually, the paint's taking nicely. It is taking the pastels. A lot better than the other stuff was. Trying to keep it light. I don't want to go dark just yet. I know what I'll do. I wanted the space to be simple, but I will work on it and work on it and work on it. And it won't look so simple when I'm done. Let me try that other stuff just to see. I have more colors in that one. See what I can do. This stuff. Really no difference. So, you may not be able to see the shading. I'm trying to build it lightly because I don't want it to be a disaster. But it's not a disaster. You can always paint over it. Do it all over again. And I'm just trying to get the color down. I think my brush may be a little bit too firm and it's breaking up the stuff, but it's not really picking it up. I'm going to try a different brush. No, this one's a picker upper because it's got charcoal all over it. Let's see what I can do with that one. Yeah. So see the brush, see how much that picked up? So different brushes do different things. That one was really firm and it wasn't picking up as much of the product that I wanted it to do. I'm fixing to get stuff everywhere if I don't turn them upside down. I'm just gonna go this close. Normally I do like take the heads off to work. He is not coming off without a fight. Because I tried. Well, he's fixing to lose his plastic body anyway. Ah, he's kind of fun. I do like to do a lot of sun faces. And that reminds me of a sun face. All right, give me some red, give me some pinks, give me some fleshy colors. I like this color right here. Let's see how that works. Not working for you? Nope, not really. Like showing up. I know you really want some rosy cheeks, don't you? You all want rosy cheeks, but I'm gonna do something a little different on you. I want something with a little bit more pink in it. That's red. Little pinks. Yeah. Just a bit of pink. That looks sweet. You all see his little pink cheeks coming out? Just real subtle. Yeah, it's working really well on this paint. I like this. And this is just, did I mix this one? Nah, I forgot. I gotta go back and watch. I don't remember if I mixed this one or not. I do want his cheeks to kind of have pink, but I also want him to have a little bit of the, I'm actually picking up two colors. I'm picking up a kind of a magenta color along with a red to give him this color now. The blush. And I'm just picking up a little bit magenta. I don't know. I want that nose to really pop, so maybe go back get that red too. Magenta just was not coming out. Yeah, it needs that red. Look at that. So cute. So most of the like nostrils and all you're not gonna see because the mustache will take over. Now on this one, I know I don't want to use, I don't think I want to use a Tibetan, but I want to find something, and I'm sure I have something I can use. I just don't think it'll look as good. I think it's just too fancy. He needs something simple, but he doesn't need jute. Jute was nasty. It was everywhere. I can go back and use this guy's beard. Let me see your beard. That may look cute on him. Let's check this out. I think it's just brushed out and look better. Where is a brush? I have a toothbrush. It's coming out. Fix my hair everywhere. Everywhere. And help. Now this one, when I go to make him, I'm gluing back together. I gotta make sure I tuck all that in. But you know what? If you look at it, it will tuck in. I mean, it's kind of not, it's designed that way. That's just fuzz. Yeah. So I didn't really do anything to that one to hurt it. I'll let the mustache still attach it. Yeah, oh my gosh, so cute. And this is going to be adorable on him. Isn't that weird? I mean, do you see what I just did? I love this on him. You know, because keep in mind, I saw him before, and I know he just had this like jute hanging down, and he's just fabric, you know, with like 2 dots and a very simple, somewhere I've got his face. And this is, so now see why his mouth really didn't matter, because I had this mustache, and once you put that mustache on him, and you put that on where's his bottom lip? Oh my God, you can see his lip. Oh yeah, there's his bottom lip. I can color in his bottom lip and go ahead and give it that color. He is going to look so sweet. He really is. I love him. I think he's adorbs. I do want to give him some mittens though. I'm gonna make him some out of probably felt or something easy. But I don't want him on this body. I don't like this body. So you're going to upgrade there. And maybe we'll figure out something to do that's cute down the front of your shirt. I know he's so simple. I'm not worried about his back. The reason I'm not worried about his back, I'm going to give this guy hey, where's that bag? He's getting a big bag. Oh, he's getting the big bag. If you had to watch from the beginning, I had this bag of pistachios. I kind of like it. But it's going to face his back. But yeah, he's going to have a big old bag of toys. So I'm just going to like keep it and open it and have toys pouring out. So it's going to be all about the toys. And I have a bunch of wooden toys. I think they'd be kind of fun to paint and keep my palette, what I paint them in these really simple colors. I think that would be cute too. So we give some more love. You need some more love. I love how subtle he is. That's pretty subtle and sweet and kind of cute. He's kind of working out. I'm going to give you these. I want to try pastels on your eyes. Ah, that's working. That color is soft and pretty. That's a pretty blue for a Santa eye. Look at that. You'll see this. Wait, can you see which one's this one? He probably needs that looks really good. You're looking pretty good. I hope I don't mess you up because you're looking good right now. I'm going to try different blue closer to your iris. Yeah. That is pretty sweet. Y'all see why I twist my hair up when it gives me a style there for a little while. Gives me some curl. Get some of the frizz out. Yeah, I'm going to come back in with some white on that one. And what's that other color? Everybody still with me? Got a couple of people. Thank you for being here. Karen, are you on there? Send me a text later. Okay, pencil. Where's my white pencil? That's gray, but it'll work. Yeah, I'm going to get in here with some paint and brighten these eyeballs up. I like that one. That one came out good. This one I'm just kind of lost something in the corner. I don't know why it is. I always lose my eraser. Always. That's why I have a bunch of them. And I'm constantly getting a new one. And then I'll lose it too. Oh, I see it. That's my hair thing. What time is it? 5:30? Yeah, we're doing good. I'm going for 6, just so you know. 4 hours. I think that's a good time spent in the studio. 4 hours. And then I can take a break. Like having a job. Take my lunch break. Yeah, he needs brightening up. I may have to put a little paint on him. Don't really want to do that, but I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to use charcoal on your centers. I kind of like his drawn look. I really don't want to paint on him because I do like the way this is kind of looking. It's soft and it's really sweet, and I just feel like That's what he needs. He needs to be different. Part of my problem would be how you sculpted these eyes, Jerry. That's on you, because you sculpted them this way. You need to be a little bit bigger. So I can draw them bigger. That'll help a little bit. And I wish I could get closer. I keep like actually pulling away. So we'll do that in better. Just drawing. That's it. Nothing. It's going to be kind of cute. He is going to be so different and one of a kind. I can just do whatever I want to on him and just have fun with it. Because he really can't go wrong, right? Easy wrinkles. Oh, I do need to make him eyebrows, though. That was one of, well, depends on where his hat is. I guess I could shove his hat down. No, I think I'll be able to cut a couple of pieces of that beard off and make him a mustache. I mean, I'm sorry, eyebrows. See, can't even talk now. Getting late. Been too long. Been arting too long today. Want something. So one thing I love to see in a lot of the doll artists, and I kind of didn't get myself in a position to do that. You know, they'll have the shadow going over the eye, and then they'll have the lighter part at the bottom. But I'm dealing with something with his eyes. I'm gonna blow him up a little bit more. That might not work because I went really dark in a hurry, so. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. I can surprise myself sometimes. I'm sitting here looking at this going, I really want to get paint. I really want to do it with paint. But I don't want to do it with paint either. I like the pencil. It looks so sweet. It's just soft and it just kind of goes with him. But I'm going to, I don't want to tortilla again. I'm going to have some more fun with some shadows and see what I can come up with. I don't want that. Maybe I can come up with something. Blendy. I don't know what. I'm trying with these brushes. Where's these fancy brushes you got, woman? What's to blend? We'll see. Oh, this one's really not firm enough. Something with a little bit more. That is pretty soft too. Almost kind of. It has a little bit more firmness to it. I can see my fingerprints in here. Yeah, so then you kind of have to ask yourself, what do I want to come back and glaze the eyes and get them bright? Or do I want them to stay flat? Do I want to put eyelashes on him? Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I'm not doing it. I know, it's so tempting. It's so tempting. I keep it simple. Keep it simple. I like my good old blendy tool right here. And it just takes out that pencil line that the pencil using the watercolor pencils created. Plus I want to come in, I just want to give some shadows. I'm going to end up doing a lot to this guy, aren't I? Why not? What else you gonna do? It's time. It's just time. There's more time. I like that color. Bring that in. Oh, I'm just into burnt sienna today for some reason. Everything's getting a little bit of burnt sienna on it. I'll make his little laugh lines kind of cuter. 20 minutes to go, folks. I want to thank y'all who joined me. If you're still, anybody still around, I thank you so much. And a lot of people who joined me during the day. I so appreciate your visits. It is very nice to have a little company in your studio when you're working. I do enjoy my quiet time in here as well. But this is something I really wanted to introduce to people. If you haven't done something like this, you might want to try it out. I mean, get that Santa, that boring Santa that you've had tucked away because you don't even like to use him anymore. And just have some fun with him. And I will tell you, I got a artist original. I bought it. Oh, it's kind of a long story. Where is he? I had to pull him out another day. He's kind of a hot mess. But what I did, he wasn't really expensive. I think he ended up costing about $60 or something. With shipping, he wasn't that bad. But he had a lot of stuff I liked about it, but I did not like his face. And I literally bought him in order to change him, to make him prettier. And when I got him, the fur coat that he was wearing, his coat was really cool. And the lady said it's like wool coat, and and what you could tell in the pictures, it looked like a wool coat. When I got him, it ended up being what I keep saying this, felt. It was felt, and it was not in good shape. It had some like bad spots on it, like something had eaten on it, and the fur was horrible. It was so dry, the pelt is just falling apart. And so he was somebody I wanted to redo, and just a face. And when I was trying to redo the face, I really didn't like my face that much on him, because I didn't paint him. I actually sculpted a face. He just had a primitive face. Like this thing had a real plain face. That's all it had, was just a real primitive face. So I'm putting a little highlights on the eyes. I'm getting really crazy with this guy for somebody I wasn't going to spend a lot of time on. They're doing it again, Jerry. You're doing that thing again. Well, you say you're not going to do that, but you do. So overall, he's just kind of hung out in my studio. Where is he right now? I moved him, and he's knows where that thing went. I need to get back to him and finish him up. I'm just not real happy that his fur did what it did. It was just dried out, and like I said, I didn't pay much. Most of what I paid for him was for shipping. So it was terrible. But shipping, he was big. Plus, I don't think she chose the right shipping option. Or maybe there was a story like she couldn't ship it. She could only ship it through party mail, through the mailbox, and versus taking it to say a place like FedEx or something. So that was kind of my loss, my bad choice to get him. But yeah, I was so disappointed when I got him. But I felt better about fixing him, because then I was like, oh well, he's already a hot mess anyway, may as well. But that fur would have been so cool if it would not been all messed up. But it was. All right, so I gave him better laugh lines under his eyes. I think he's sweet. I don't know, he's just going to be different, and I like that. He will definitely, seriously, be a one of a kind when I get there with him. Well, the weird thing is I have some old quilts, I have wonderful old coats, and the more I'm working on him, going, why am I keeping him in this thing? I should put him in something nicer. But he's fine in this. I'll make it look, he'll be so cute with his other stuff, you won't even notice the coat. Right? So that's a thing. Yeah, I'm being a lot more sketchy, such a word. Such a sketchy word. I'm doing more drawing on him, so he looks, versus trying to keep it all perfect and everything. Like the line over here is exactly like the line, because he's not sculpted that way. He's a little bit off. You can't help it. I did it. Did it this to you, man. That's why you're a little bit weird. I really don't like that. I can't get a good white in his eye, though. I really wish my eyes were whiter. I could use that if I sanded it down some. Let's get a tool and scrape this one. So one thing you do with charcoals and all, you can, I'm sorry. What is wrong? I'm tired, you guys. It's the end of the day. Oh, got 50 minutes. Pastels are, you can just scrape them and get you a nice powder going. And that can help a lot. Let's see. We'll say that and then we'll try this. See if it did. No, that is just not want to take on that material. Okay, you're getting painted. He's going to have paint on. He's going to put some white. I'm trying to decide, do I want you to have, do you want to have more around your nose? Sculpt your nose out a little bit better? Let's do it. Let's just try it. No, I take it off. Could erase some of it, maybe. Studio lighting is not flattering, is it? To either one of us. I want a brown that's really this brown. I want to go back to my other set. Use that brown. That's a good brown. Just a little bit darker. Just go for it. Go for those darks. Trying to get into his nostrils. What are you doing to that poor thing? I'm going to color your nostrils darker. So I'm bringing it a little bit out too. Just kind of making, sculpting that nose. Sculpted it once, we'll sculpt it again. Yeah, his nose is getting some personality, I'm telling you. I want it just like dark right there. Said he is just, he's gonna be pretty cute. He may be a keeper. Sorry guys. I like things that are really different, and he will be different when I get there with him. Alright, since I already know I am not leaving my studio until I get his face done, I'll be starving to death before I get that, I get so obsessed with the face. I'm like, yeah, might as well stick around. See what happens. But I'm glad I got a lot done. I got a lot of things started, and that's kind of how it is. You got gotta let those things dry. You can't work on wet stuff. Things need spraying in between. He's getting more sculpted as we go. Don't want to overwork him. Fix and take some off with the razor. And then pink up your cheeks a little bit and touch those eyes up with a little light, some highlights. And I think we're going to have a cute little face here. Yeah, the kneaded eraser is definitely a tool you want to use for some of these things. So anytime, because like when you're using the pastel, you will overdo it because the flake, it's chalky and it'll get on other things you don't necessarily want it on. So. You need more, like a highlight over your eye. I've kind of colored you in too much right there. Yeah, I think he does need eyebrows. Definitely want to clean that up a little bit. Yeah, I was trying to give you this like line, where like, because seeing you get older and your eyes kind of sag on the sides. I know, because mine do. Yeah, that's just going for that look here. Trying to be as realistic as possible. I got carried away on that nose. I'm trying to take a bit more off. But that is kind of cool how it works. You can kind of see more of my sculpt now. I want him to have, let me see. Put any weird colors on here, do I like these two colors together. Get that nose pink back up because I did kind of kill it when I was erasing. I want that pink back. And your lip. Okay, you gotta give your lip some color. It's probably gonna show. Just a little bit. Just a little color. Give him a little pink. I don't think this is gonna show, but I'm gonna give him a little bit of pink over here. By the time you put the hat on and everything, I'll probably just over painting. I do want to do a little something. I'm gonna give him flesh tone. And his wrinkles. So one thing about the wrinkle, oh, that may be too dark. Oh well, he'll be fine. And my eraser. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing the paint in those eyes. I put some putting paint in the eyes. I don't want it to be really painted. Just maybe just like the black and the, you know, the pupil and the whites, because I just really feel like it needs that kick of light. I want to do something up in here and kind of create the little wrinkles. One, I pretty much don't have a choice over because that's where that crack thing is. I think I want to draw lines for wrinkles. I'll find my color again. What did I do with it? It's in the, so many colors down here. I got Copper Beach. I found it. It's kind of dark. A little bit darker than I like, but we'll see. Go ahead and give you a line. Yeah, we'll smooch it out some. All right, that'll work. All right, I'm painting. I'm gonna do a little painting here. I like that one. No, I don't want to use this one, do I? I could. We're getting there. What? I mean, what time is it? Looking up his nostrils, going, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do something with that. Just a hint. Come on, get on there. I think that helped. Did you? That's just what you needed. I think you're gonna really need the black in the middle. We really gotta get them those puppies got to pop out of there. They really gotta show up. Especially when you surround you with that big old beard. I do want to put a little bit of red in those corners of the eyes, little things like that. Just dying to hit that with that highlight, but it's not time because you need black. Do you need black? Does he? I know, I kind of want to have eyelashes. I mean, like drawn on, not or painted on. I don't know. Just feeling it. Feeling the eyelashes today. All right, black. Or I'm actually going to use licorice. This Velcro licorice. I actually like it better for pupils instead of black. I don't know. It's not that big of a difference, but it is. You know, it is a difference. Just a tiny bit. Now, because I used charcoal paint. Actually, I need to probably do a better job on cleaning my thing next up. Let's see. Ah, a light. My hand's in a shadow. My paintbrush is casting a shadow on my eye. I can't see what I'm doing. I just like a lot. I like to load that brush up. Especially this thing, because they don't really absorb. You know, they don't pull it in like a regular brush does. It just sits on top. Well, a little bit more intense. Intense is good. Let's sit you down for a sec while I clean. I lost my paper towel. I come back with the white on the highlights. I don't know. Kind of figure out what I'm gonna do with this. I kind of want a toothpick. I don't know. This was like not, yeah. Brush was looking pretty huge all of a sudden. Or another one of those pointy things. What do I have? No, toothpick. Oh, my toothpicks are. Oh, hang on a second. All right, to regroup here. Okay, I know, running out of time. Yeah, I got like 3 minutes. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm going to shut this thing down at 6 o'clock. I want to thank anybody who's still here. And I got a couple people, and I appreciate that. And I'll be working more on these during the week. And so, hopefully by next week, they'll be all ready. And we'll be working on something else. But yeah, as you see, I always like to have a lot of projects go at once. Unfortunately, that means some things don't get done. But when you have to let things dry, you just have to let things dry. I mean, that's part of it. And you need to spray something, and you need to do that. So that is kind of all part of it. He did end up some really dark eyes after all, but they're kind of cool looking. They still look kind of cool. And my hands in shadow, yeah. Aww. Little highlights. Look at that. I'm gonna get him in the position, but you can see him better. You're cute. You look so happy. I think you need some eyelashes, dude. That's just bothering me. What to use to draw eyelashes on your tiny little head? How about a lighter brush? Let's see how that works. I don't know, I'm too white. I can come back though and darken them. But I'm loading up my liner brush with a little bit of water in there. Don't want. Put a little more paint. You don't want your paint to be thick when you're using a liner brush, that's for sure. Ugh, eyelashes. Start with these. And I'll get paint on your doll. These are very faint. I may want to give them a little bit more color. Yeah, it looks better. Aw, he was cute. He's a cute little dot. He's a cute guy. He really is. I'm going to try to do that again on the side. So much for symmetry. Especially when you can't get the paint on your brush again. I'm going to try to leave y'all with this. Yeah, I think I'll make it. These are just not things you want to rush through. Anyway, let's get him in there. Gave him little eyelashes. Oh, he's adorbs. Anyway, thanks for watching. And hey, please hit that like button. Don't forget that part. And subscribe if you haven't. And hit that notification button. Because sometimes I make pretty good videos. And I go live. And I'll be live on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. And I would really love to see you then. So